Hello, Columbus County and Robinson County sports fans, and welcome to the 9th broadcast from CCCA. We are on WZCO 89.9 FM, and we are down in Viking Stadium in Cerro, Gordo, North Carolina, to bring you the homecoming game of West Columbus versus St.Pauls. In the background, you can probably hear the band getting ready, and we've started a little bit early today because we're going to bring to you live West Columbus's band doing their Halloween special. We will see some homecoming events through halftime. We've got some interviews for you. So it's going to be all around a mixture of what we see today. We've got a decent crew with us tonight. The fans are packed. In the booth with me tonight is Aaron Robbins.
This pre-show presentation of the field show presented by the Marching
I'm sorry, Aaron Gates.
All right.
I took a week off. It's going to take me a while to get back into things. Aaron, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, doing good.
Yeah, I'm ready for this game, ready for this halftime. This pregame show to get ready.
So we will talk to you until the band gets up, and then we will use our mic in the crowd and let you hear that, and then we will come back on. For those of you watching us on video, you'll be able to see the bands as they've set up on around the 50 to the 40-yard lines, and they're going to perform their Halloween special. So as soon as they start, we will cut off, and we will rejoin back with you. But we are definitely excited, looking for a very, very good football game tonight. So here the band's getting ready to start, and we will be back momentarily. All right, we're going to stay back a little bit until they actually get up and get going.
Yeah.
But they have set up in their costumes, and they are out on the field. We've got two folks getting ready to lead the music, and here just in a minute. And here we go. just finished their first number, and they are bringing on different folks. They're going to change some sceneries around, but this is new for us. We haven't yet got to experience a band actual performance during one of our games, so this year's been full of experiences. We've gotten to see different things. So they're pulling off some of the scenery that they had made out in the field. They had a haunted house and some drums set up in front of it. That's some grave markers, and they're moving. So the band's going through their rework here, and we will be getting ready not too far from football. It is 7:22, so kickoff will not be that far ahead. As we go and we look, they're clearing the field here. Mr. Yates, by any chance, do we have those interviews ready to go, or are we going to do that a little later?
Yeah, we do. We can do them right now.
All right, so we have some interviews with Coach Little and the coach from St.Pauls, and we're going to take a minute to play those here that you can hear what the kids did this week. Mr. Yates, who did those interviews earlier?
Those interviews were done by Ethan Jacobs and Justin Edwards. And actually, those interviews were of the two quarterbacks, Harvey Lassane and Kane Banner from West Columbus and St. Paul's.
Very good. So Mr. Yates is going to get that set up. We're going to play you those two phone interviews that we were able to do this week. Something else new that we're experimenting with and getting used to doing. So as he's setting that up, we've got a good crew with us here tonight. We have Daniel McNair, Allegra Diaz, and Desriel Moore on the cameras. Inside the booth, we've got Ayla Louvier switching. We've got Heidi Strickland on graphics. Mr. Hobbs is in. He's going to be all over the place today helping us fill in. We are without Kelly Jones for the first time this year, and he will definitely be missed. He's been our sounding block and our rock to stand on when we've gotten into trouble. So we will do our best to make him proud of us tonight and not let anything get out of control.
Right.
But we are we're definitely excited. Football season is getting fairly close to an end.
Yeah.
But, Mr. Yates, you know what is at the end of football season.
It's been a good one, too.
Yeah, that would be state playoffs.
Yeah.
So it won't be long before we see that. We would love to see all three county teams in. And when football does come to a close, we will be taking our crew inside to basketball and trying that. We got to do one last year audio.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to add video and kind of like a whole new learning curve for us again.
Yeah, I think the basketball will work out a whole lot smoother than the football because we're in a closed space, and we won't have all these cables running everywhere. So I think that'll be an easier setup for us.
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing stretching cable 200-300 foot under the bleachers and around the bleachers and keeping your cameras out of everybody's way. Maybe we have not been hit yet on the sidelines, and hopefully we won't be hitting the stands with the basketball. But from there we will move on to baseball, and we will try that. One thing that we do have scheduled, Principal Adam Thompson at Hallsboro Middle is going to have a tournament the middle of January, and we are going to cover the championship game on Friday, January the 11th at 2013. So that is the only thing that we are somewhat set up on.
Middle school championship.
So, yeah, we've not done middle school. It's just been high school so far. That'll be another little twist in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna predict Chabron is going to win that one just because I went to Chabron Middle School,
No pulling no favorites there, huh? So, well, I think we're about ready to run those interviews here.
Yeah.
So we will play these, and kickoff will be in about 5 minutes, and we will come back to you after this and talk a little more.
Can you tell us about your past games so far this season?
Pretty much against South Robinson, our defense was stout. Our offense, we had some trouble on offense. I had a 39-yard pass at the end of the first quarter, and that's pretty much as we did. We gave up a blown punt that we really shouldn't have, and that pretty much tied it, and we went into triple overtime, and we lost in triple overtime on a field goal.
Okay. What has been your toughest game this season so far?
Repeat that, please.
What has been your toughest game this season so far?
Our toughest game was probably South Columbus and East Columbus. That's probably the toughest teams on our schedule. They were home, and we were just completely outmatched.
All right, we'll interrupt these interviews for right now for the playing of the national anthem, and we'll come back to them as soon as it's over. All right, as the captains come to line up, we will run these interviews. Again.
Toughest game this season so far?
Our toughest game was probably South Columbus and East Columbus. That's probably the toughest teams on our schedule. They were home, and we were just completely outmatched. They really brought it to us.
Can you tell us about your past games?
The past games were, let's see, we'll play East Columbus last week. We started out strong against them. After we had a couple mistakes. I fumbled the ball, and then another person fumbled the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we kind of gave up because they jumped. Every time we fumbled, they scored. That kind of got our whole team down. And once our whole team was down, we kind of put our heads down and let them roll over us. The game before that, we played South Robley. It was coming off a loss against Red Springs. So the first half wasn't too good for us. We was playing around, but then the second half we got together and ended up having a good showing against them. Before the game before that, we played Red Springs. They kind of did us pretty bad. It was a rivalry game, and that was just we lost to them. They just wanted the game more. We didn't play as hard as we should have. That's been our past couple.
Okay, that's the end of the interviews. And now our captains are lined up in center field waiting on the coin toss. And our captains are, for West Columbus, number 2, Harvey Lassane. Number 34, Roston Bromell.
right, so we're going to try some new things. As you see, we've done some interviews now, and so if it looks like we have some dead air and there's some gaps in there, this is still a learning curve. For those of you that are new to us, especially here on the radio at 89.9 FM WZCO, this is a radio station here in the county for Robeson, Bladen, and Columbus County, and it is on our campus of Fair Bluff, where we are Columbus Career and College Academy, and the students do the majority of it. Mr. Hobbs, Mr. Yates, myself, we try to fill in, and Mr. Jones, don't want to forget him tonight, but we try to fill in and help out. So this is a learning curve, so don't think we flat lost our minds.
Yeah.
We're wanting to get the kids used to every different things, and we're trying them, and we're trying them live. We practice some, but now as anybody knows, it goes live.
Yeah.
Things are a little bit different when you go there. So we've just seen St.Pauls bust out through their line, and they're going to
Give
take
it up
their
for
side.
your West Columbus Vikings!
And here comes the
There
Vikings
comes
through
the
their banner, and out they go to the packed stands of homecoming game. And tonight, West Columbus is looking for their first home victory of the year, and they look pumped.
Yeah, they do. They look really enthused tonight.
Coming off a hard loss in triple overtime
Yeah.
last week to South Robinson at their field, and that's just tough. That's
Yeah,
tough
it
to
is.
lose. St. Paul's is coming off a rough game at East Columbus. So both of these teams very hungry for a win, both 1-2 in the conference. There's I believe, 3-way tie for third place. It might be 4-way. We have St. Paul's Red Springs on top at 3-0. We have East Columbus at 2-1. Then there was West Columbus. Fairmont, St. Paul's, and I cannot remember. I guess South Robinson. Maybe it's a 4-way.
Yeah, South Robinson.
Has Fairmont won a conference game? I may be wrong on that one.
I have no idea.
That one I'm not sure. So West Columbus is going to kick off to St. Paul's, and they will line up, and St. Paul's has two back deep to receive the kick, and here we go. Tanner Daniels puts it in the air, and it's a long kick to number 32. That's Jamal Leonard. He cuts up to the right-hand side and takes it back to the
about 15.
So we've got the Red Springs offense coming back out on the field here for the first time today, and they were going to start on their own 18-yard line. And we will get a chance. You guys last week got to see Kane Banner. I have not got a chance yet to see what Red Springs, what do they like to run, Mr. Yates?
Red Springs, they like to run a spread left, spread right offense. They pass moderately, not too much, but they do like to run number 22 straight up the middle a lot.
All right, so there's a direct snap to number 5, and he cuts left and takes the ball to the 19-yard line. So a gain of 2 on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 8. St. Paul's has the ball, and they are driving in their first possession. The score is 0-0 as we are just getting started here in Viking Stadium in Cerro Gordo, as West Columbus is lined up in defense and ready to go. Here's number 7. He's going to go back into the gun. He's got 22 to his side, looks over the defense, takes the snap, drops back to pass. He looks over the middle, and there's number 8 just a tad bit over his head. So the pass was intended for Jacob Locklear and just a little bit up above. So
incomplete pass, 3rd and 8.
So that's going to bring down 3rd down and 8. So West Columbus needing a stick here to get the ball and see what they can do. So we will see. They are set and ready. St. Paul's is getting the play still, and 7's going to drop back in the gun. He's got 22 to his right. The ball snapped, and he's going to option out to 22 as he cuts right. And
he's short of the first down.
So he got the ball up to the 26-yard line, but he's going to be roughly 2 yards short, and that's going to bring up 4th and 2. You reckon we'll see a fake punt here, or you think they're going to go for it?
Nah, they're gonna go ahead and punt it off, I believe.
Number 12, Tony Reese on the tackle for West Columbus.
I don't think they'll take that chance too early in the game.
So that last tackle, is, if you may have heard, that was by number 12, Tony Reese.
And he's dropped back now to receive the punt.
So Tony's dropped back. Number 5, Malik Livingston, is set back to punt. So he looks over. they get set. We will wait and see. Oh, it's a high snap.
Right,
There's the flag.
play.
And I believe we've got an illegal procedure. And that's what we have. So that's going to take them back 5 more yards. We're going to be looking at 4th down and 7 with the ball on the 21-yard line of St. Pauls.
Okay, if nothing else happens, this should put West Columbus in good field position with this 5-yard penalty.
Should have. Tony Reese is set up on the 46-yard line waiting on the punt. So we will see here. Oh, it's another. Oh, this one's going over his head.
Uh-oh.
He's going back to it. He's going to see what he does and tries to throw it out. So that's going to, and we've got a flag. So flag withstanding, West Columbus is going to take over on the St. Pauls 21-yard line. Let's see what the flag is going to be on this play. The officials are going to come together.
It will be a safety.
So they went ahead and ruled it a safety. He went ahead and he threw it out. There was nobody to throw to, so quick score for West Columbus, and we are looking at 2-0. West Columbus is leading.
Is on top.
St. Paul's
Early.
here home at their own stadium. We have, how much time do we have?
We have 10 minutes and 22 seconds.
10 minutes and 22 seconds left in this first quarter.
A whole lot of football left. A whole lot.
So St. Paul's will kick off here to West Columbus. Still should come up with pretty good field position.
Yeah, because after a safety, I think we have to punt the ball, not actually kick it off a tee.
So we will.
And that usually ends up in a shorter kick.
So West is lined up with 5 guys across St. Paul's 30, and we've got one drop back on his own 25-yard line, waiting on the punt. That might be Savon Dawson. Can't quite pick up his other number. So we've got number 5, Livingston, waiting to punt the ball off to West Columbus. The whistles are blown. The punt's in the air, and it's a medium-range kick. It's going to land on about the 45. Picked up on the 39.
Number 12, Tony Reese.
Tony's going to his right, cut back, and still on his feet, and is going to be still on his feet. Brought down at their own 46-yard line. So West Columbus is going to take over on their own 46 with first down and 10. So we will. There's 10 minutes and 9 seconds left here in this first quarter. West Columbus is up 2-0.
All right, let's see about this St. Pauls defense this time out. West Columbus had a good, hard, strong sequence, that last sequence against them for their defense. Let's see what St. Pauls defense does against them.
So Savon's going to drop back in the slot. Harvey's going to take it. He's going to pitch it to number 22. Chris
Still
Thompson.
going.
And he is going to take it all the way out to St. Paul's 43-yard line.
Flag is on the play.
Man, we've got a flag. Let's wait and see what we got here. So the officials are coming back to the 50 to talk about this one. And we're going to have a block in the back on West Columbus. So that's going to bring that one back 10 yards from the spot of where the foul took place. Looks like the foul was the block occurred on the 50, so that's going to take them all the way back to the 40-yard line, the 39. So West Columbus is going to start back off. It's now going to be about first down and 15. And they're going to come back out with Harvey Lassane under center. We have Chris Thompson and Bromwell here in the backfield. They've still got Dawson split out as an end. That's going to be straight up the middle to Bromwell, and he's going to go for right about 3 yards. So they're going to take over. It's going to be second down. I believe we're right about the original line of scrimmage. Maybe about a yard. So we're looking at about 2nd and 11. West Columbus up in the huddle, gets the play, and they're going to the line.
Okay.
So Thompson and Bromwell are still in the backfield, and Lassane's going up under center. He's looking over the defense. He's going to drop back to pass. He looks to, and he's going to go to his left. Man coming. Good long pass downfield, and that's just a little over the head of Savon Dawson.
That was a pretty good pass.
That was a good pass, and that was a long pass. Mm-hmm. Lassane threw that ball for about 30 yards.
Yeah, he did.
And he just missed Dawson. That was just almost to his fingertips. But it was good coverage on the part of St. Pauls. They were shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, Lassane actually had time to throw that pass.
He did. He had number 52, Trey Harrell, coming on him, but he had plenty of time and made a good pass, just a tad bit long. Yeah. So we're looking at 3rd down and 11 here. Lassane's going to go up under center. He's got Thompson in the back. He looks over to the coaches, and I believe they're going to call timeout. Yeah. And they're going to take a timeout and talk this one over. So good field position. The ball's on their own 44. But 3rd down and 11, it's one of those situations you want to pick up the first down and maybe a little far to run, and so we'll see.
It looks like they called the timeout because they didn't have all the people on the field that they needed. Because if they didn't call the timeout, they would have had another flag.
Yeah, you definitely you want all 11 of your men out there when you're ready to take place. So Harvey Lassane's coming back on. Chris Thompson's still going to be in the backfield, and here comes St. Paul's defense back out as they line up on the 44 of West Columbus. West Columbus is up 2-0 with 9 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 11. Lassane under center, and there's it snapped, and he's going to roll to his right.
Leg.
He's going still on his feet. Still on his feet past the 50 and tackled down at the 46-yard line, and that is close to a first down.
Yeah.
They're going to spot it back to the 47. Okay. He's going to be a yard short.
Yeah, that seems like a punt situation.
You think so?
Yeah.
So we got 4th and 2. West Columbus has moved it across the 50 and is on St. Paul's 47. And we are waiting to see. I don't see Well, here comes Harvey Lassane. You still think they're punting?
They're going for it.
I don't blame them. You've got it across midfield. You've got 2 yards. Yeah. They have had very good success so far on the ground.
Yeah, they have.
So they got Dawson, Blue, and Brommel. Brommel's got it. There he goes. And he's got it. Here he is on his feet to the 40 and down to the 36-yard line, needing 2, and he got, I think, 12.
Yeah.
So a good run by number 34, Brommel.
Flag on the play.
Oh, no. That's against West Columbus. So 4th and 2 now goes to 4th and 12.
Wow.
And I say we will see the punt team come out now.
Okay.
That's just tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
Great run by Brommel on that play. He got around that left-hand corner, and he was on his feet for about 11 yards. But Flag's going to bring that one. Flag's going to bring that one back, and we're going to have 4th and 12. So
4th and 12 with number 5, Tanner Daniels, back to punt. And we have number 5, Malik Livingston, and number 32, Jamal Leonard.
So 8 minutes and 59 seconds left here in this first quarter. West Columbus up 2-0, getting ready to punt the ball back to St. Paul's.
The punt's
That's
up.
a good one, end over end. It's going to hit down on about the 32, and it's going to take a West Columbus roll. Oh, there's going to be a flag on that one. Yeah, number 32 gave a little tap to number 51, and I believe they're going to get a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on that one.
Yeah.
So the ball was downed on St. Paul's own 24, but that's going to go back even farther after that penalty. So the refs will get ready to spot that.
Let's see how far they back them up.
Now, is that 15 yards in high school?
I think it is on unsportsmanlike it is.
And will that be close enough to the goal where they won't get the full 15?
Okay, that's 10.
Okay, so the ball's going to be spotted. St. Paul's going to take over on their own 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 here in Cerro Gordo with 8 minutes and 58 seconds left in the first quarter. West Columbus is holding on to a 2-0 lead. Ball snapped.
Number 22.
So he He's going to go for an 8-yard gain on first down.
Sean Williams. You know, last week when St. Pauls played against East Columbus, the last game that we broadcast, they really did a real good job up front with their running game. It's just they couldn't capitalize and score touchdowns. So I think they will have great success tonight on their running game against West Columbus.
Sean Williams got it again. No, this is number 7, Banner, and he's up the middle, and he's on the run. There he goes to the 50, to the 40,
and
brought down. Good run down there by number 2, Harvey Lassane. He run Banner down and tackles him on their own 31-yard line. That's close to a 50-yard run.
It sure is.
So, yeah, reading some articles this week, Banner and Williams are two main players there on the St. Paul's team. So West defense is going to have their work cut out for them, and they are going to have to contain because that was just an explosive. It faked me. I thought Williams was cutting to his left, and next thing I know, I saw Banner break through the middle for right at 50 yards. So
yeah, when he got past those linebackers, he was full head of steam.
So that's going to be handed off to number 22, Sean Williams, and he's going to go up the middle and be brought down on the West Columbus 24-yard line.
It looks about an 8-yard carry right there.
So that's back-to-back carries for him of close to 8 yards, and then you've got Banner's big one in the middle. So St. Pauls is driving, and it'll be second down and roughly 3 here in the first quarter at West Columbus. Ball is snapped. Banner's going to keep it himself. He's going to go to the left, and he will be brought down right at the 20-yard line by number 26, Livingston. So good tackle there. So that ball will be spotted on the 22-yard line, and I believe still a little short of first down.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 1 coming up, and this time Banner's going to go up under center. He's got number 22. Nope, here he comes back to the option. He's got 22, Sean Williams to his left, and he's going to hand it, and he's going to take it. And that one's going to be enough for a first down. That's going to take the ball up to the 18-yard line of West Columbus.
Oh, I think they're going to have to bring out the chains on this one.
Ooh, they're going to measure. 6 minutes and 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. The chains are coming out to see if we've got first down or if we've got I think they're moving them.
First down.
So 1st and 10. St. Paul's has the ball on West 18-yard line, and they have run the ball the whole way down. So see if see if they can dial up some defense and put a stop. So he's 7 Banners in the option. Going to hand it off to number 22 Williams. He's going to make it. It was a hard run. He's taking the ball up to the 14-yard line for a gain of about 4.
And he's taken down by number 44, Adrian Bowie. Adrian Bowie has impressed me a lot during these West Columbus games that we've covered.
Yeah, he is. In the games we have, his number's been called, and we've seen some very impressive things out of number 44. So we've got second down and roughly 6. Banner's going to go back in the option with Williams to his left. Hand off to Williams up the middle, and he's still on his feet.
Woo.
Going, and he's dragging guys right now to the – he is brought down on the 3-yard line. So we will have another first down. It'll be 1st and goal, St. Paul's. They will be on the 3-yard line of West Columbus with a fresh set of downs. There's 5 minutes and 43 seconds left here in the first quarter. West Columbus holds on to a 2-0 lead over St. Paul's. Snap to Banner.
There it is.
Hand up the middle to Williams.
Oh.
And it's
touchdown.
Touchdown, St. Paul's. So 3-yard run up the middle by number 22, Sean Williams, and that brings the score to 6-2.
6-2.
St. Paul's over home team West Columbus. And last week, did they kick a lot of extra points, or did they go for
not. They went for the 2.
And that's what they're doing here. Banner under center and Williams to his right. The ball snapped. Williams gets it. Oh, good. Oh. He did make it. What a blast up the middle. I missed the number, but that was impressive. West Columbus almost took the handoff. Was that Tony Reese?
Yeah, no, that was number 84.
Underwood?
Yeah, Underwood.
Oh, hats off to him. I mean, he almost took the snap instead of Williams. So great defense on that.
Defense.
Brought Williams down, held him off from the 2-point conversion, and we're looking at a 6-2 game here in the first quarter. There's 5 minutes and 21 seconds left, and St. Paul's is going to kick off to West Columbus. This one's been pretty action-packed so far.
Yeah, it has. It really has.
Few penalties, but clean, no turnovers. Some very good offense and some very good defense. But reflecting back, man, Underwood was almost
he was
unbelievable. That was some speed.
I think he kind of felt bad because he didn't actually make the tackle. But really, all you need is just that little hold up for a couple of seconds, just to get that guy not moving for a little bit.
100% right. He got Williams off his head of steam, and they were able to bring him down. So here's the whistle.
Nothing to hold your head about.
It's a squib kick, and that one's going to be – the ball's loose. And I believe St. Paul's number 21, Katie Hill, has fallen on the ball, and I believe St. Paul's is going to take over on West Columbus's 36-yard line. It went right through.
Right through him.
I thought he fell on it, but next thing I saw, the ball come out to his left.
Yeah, and they squib kicked last week. They squib kicked the whole game. So
Did
West,
they?
Yeah, so West is going to have to look out for that.
So they're getting the chain set, and here comes St. Paul's offense back. Banner's gotten the play, puts his helmet on, and he's headed back to the line of scrimmage. So unfortunate turn of events. We talked about no turnovers, and unfortunately one just popped up. But great hustle by St. Paul's to follow that through and fall on that ball when it popped out. So Banner under center. In the option. He fakes the handoff, and he's going to drop back. And, good pressure. Number 44, Bowie's coming on strong, but number 8 has caught the ball, and up the sideline he goes to the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
Nice catch by Jacob Locklear. I thought Adrian Bowie and one other man was going to take down Banner for a nice sack. He gets away, hits 8 Locklear, and Locklear goes for about 10 to 12 yards.
Yeah.
So.
And that is one of his favorite targets, so you have to watch out for number 8.
Yeah, he was.
Also, sometimes they put number 8 back at quarterback also.
I saw that earlier in warm-up where he was back taking some snaps. So Banner is in the gun. He's going to send one in motion, and the motion man, number 1, Gilchrist, has got it, and he's going to go to his left and be brought down on the 19-yard line.
Yeah, they might have gained a yard, if that.
So that's going to bring up second down. And that one's going to be, we're looking at about 2nd and 5, I believe. So 4 minutes and 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. St. Paul's has a 6-2 lead over home team West Columbus. And they have the ball on West 19, and the ball is snapped. Handoff to number 22, and there's in the backfield again, but he's broke it. And he's loose, and he's to the end zone. And he is going to be brought down on the 4-yard line. I can see now Sean Williams is going to be a hard man to bring down.
Yeah, he is.
Great gap defense there by West Columbus. He was in the backfield again, but Williams was just able to shake that tackle.
Yeah, as soon as somebody puts a hand on him, everybody else from West Columbus has got to swarm around him because he's not going to stop after once hit him. So
been very impressed with how fast West has been able to get in the backfield, but Williams is going to be a hard man to bring down, looks like, tonight. So the handoff is going to be given to Williams, and he's going straight up the middle for, I believe, no gain.
Yeah. It looked like it was a little miscommunication between the quarterback and the running back that time.
So West Columbus plugged that hole nicely, and we're going to be looking at second and goal again from the 4-yard line. We're looking at 3 minutes and 15 seconds here in the first quarter. St. Paul's has a 6-2 lead over West Columbus. So there's some substitution. Number 22 is going out. Number 34 is coming in for St. Paul's. Banner's in the gun. 34 is to his left. Handoff's going to be to 34 up the middle, and that 34 is McMillan,
touchdown.
And that is a touchdown. So 3-yard run up the middle by Damian McMillan, and score is now 12-2. St. Paul's is leading West Columbus here at Viking Stadium on homecoming night. So as you told me earlier, I can expect the 2-point conversion to come out. And
if they kick a field goal, And they're not going to kick.
No. Banner's going back to the gun, and McMillan is going to stay in and be at his right. He looks it over, takes the snap, and he's going to roll to his right, throws in.
Oh.
It is
Incomplete.
No, it's complete.
It is?
It is complete.
Oh.
To number 1, Dion Gilchrist. So the 2-point conversion is good, and the score is now 14-2 here in Viking Stadium with 2 minutes and 43 seconds left in the first quarter. St. Pauls has advanced their lead a little bit farther.
That was a pretty good catch.
Yeah, that was. I thought the same thing. We had a couple players blocking our view, but since the official was right there and signaled it good, I believe I'm going to take his word for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just you think up here in the booth you would have the picture-perfect view of everything, but just sometimes you don't.
No.
And just there's times guys are right there, and which that means good coverage because he was right there on him, but he was able to thread that ball in there for the 2.
All right, here we go. I think St. Paul's is going to try to kick it to the same guy.
I think so because it's laying down. So Livingston's going to be another a harder squib kick. And Tony Reese has got this one, and he's on the 25, and he's on the loose. He's back up to the 30, cuts. Ooh, nice hit.
Nice hit.
That was a very
number
good.
85, William Williams.
What a nice hit. And 51, Larry Locklear was right there with him. So good run back by Tony, but he will be brought down on his own 32-yard line. And West Columbus will take another shot at it to see if they can put one in the end zone. So here comes Harvey Lassane coming into the huddle, and we will see what West dials up in this first set of plays here.
And this is only West's second sequence of the night, offensively.
Right. So the first one had some good running. So they're going back to the 3-back set, and that one's going to be handed off to Savon Dawson, and he's got room up to the 40, to the 45, and he stepped out of bounds at the 41-yard line. So 9-yard carry on first down. Nice play by Savon Dawson as he cuts to his right and sidestepped a few and for a solid 9-yard gain.
Yeah.
So that was nice. So Lassane is coming in with a play, and it will be 2nd down and 1. The ball is going to be on the 41-yard line of West Columbus. St. Paul's defense is ready to roll, and we are looking at 2 minutes and 30 seconds here in the first quarter with St. Paul's up 12-2 over home team West Columbus.
First quarter. Last week at East Columbus, it took an hour and about 15 minutes for the first quarter to get over.
I heard that was an amazing first quarter. All right, Lassane fakes it, and Dawson, not Dawson, but Bromell has it, and Bromel's still on his feet, and the ball will be, we've got a penalty. Oh, this is got a little pushing and shoving out here.
Yeah.
Originally, we're looking at a
3-yard gain.
Yeah, the 3-yard gain. But I don't know how they're going to throw that flag. That's going to be a personal foul on somebody.
Yeah.
And maybe it's offsetting. We'll wait and see. They're talking it over. But, yeah, there's been a little bit of shoving and pushing. And no, that one will go on St. Paul's.
Okay.
So that's going to be 10 yards, 15? I get my high school and college mixed up.
That's 10 yards.
So they're gonna mark it off, and that one's 15. I think the other one may have been shorter down in the other end, just to the fact that they were closer to the goal.
Okay.
So West Columbus now, good couple of runs, 15-yard penalty. They have now got the ball on the 39-yard line of St. Paul's, and it's 1st and 10, and the ball is going to be pitched out to Bromell, and he's going to be over the 40 to the 35. Ooh, nice tackle, and as Bromell goes down on the 30-yard line. And we've got a flag.
Another flag.
I don't know, is that a low block?
I think it's either a low block or a late hit.
I couldn't tell. Bromell went airborne and landed on the 31-yard line. So the referees are discussing this one over. So the original spot's the 31, and that was right at a 9-yard gain without the flag. So they're still discussing, waiting on the signal here. Another personal foul, and that'll go against St. Paul's. And that'll be 15 more.
15 more.
So we've seen 30 yards picked up on 2 personal fouls and back-to-back plays. That'll drive a coach crazy.
Yeah, it would drive that coach crazy, but I bet you West Columbus coach is over there saying thank you.
Yeah. So got a feeling that one might be addressed in the locker room a little bit later. So it is now West Columbus's ball on St. Paul's 15-yard line. It's first down and 10. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. And West Columbus has signaled for their second timeout here in the first quarter. So they're gonna talk this one over because they definitely want to come away with points down here.
Yeah, they do. They got to capitalize on your flags, on your turnovers.
So the ball is definitely, this one started in around the 32, 33-yard line, and they have gotten it all the way down to St. Paul's 15. So we will see what they bring out. Good running attack so far by West Columbus.
Yeah.
Brommel, Dawson, Thompson, they've been running hard and running, off right tackle and left tackle both.
Yeah, and I give the offensive line a lot of credit for those runs.
You got it. They make a big difference of where that ball goes. So we're looking at, we've got Brommel, we've got Bowie, and we've got Dawson in the backfield. And Lassane is going to be up under center. And it's going to be pitched out to Dawson. He's going to cut right, cut left, still going, tries to cut back, and he will be tackled on the 10-yard line. So that's enough for a 5-yard gain. And it'll be second down and 5. West Columbus has the ball on St. Paul's 10 with a score of 12-2. St. Paul's over West with 1:45 left here in this first quarter. So it's been a slower moving first quarter, but nothing like y'all saw last week.
No, it's not. It was really fast.
So we're
all night
waiting on Lassane has broke the huddle.
Let's get ready.
And we've got Thompson, Brommel, and Dawson all in the backfield. Lassane looks over the defense.
Oh, offsides.
And he got the ball snapped when... Now they're going to get him in the legal procedure on that one, so they're going to go back in 5, and it'll be second down and 10 now. We'll go back to the original line of scrimmage. I don't know if... I first thought I thought maybe it snapped and missed it, but I think there might just have been a little miscommunication there. So second and 10. West is back to the original line of scrimmage. Lassane's talking over with the coach, and he's going to bring in the play. He talks to his guys there in the huddle while St. Paul's is on the line and ready for defense. And here they come. Looks for Lassane to be back up under center. Still have Thompson, Brommel, and Dawson in the backfield. And Dawson's going to get it, and he's going to try to go to his right.
In the backfield.
And he's going to be dropped for a loss of 1. So we're looking at third down and 11.
That tackle was made by number 51, Larry Locklear. He got back there really quick.
Yeah, good defense there by St. Paul. So third down and 11. Ball's on the 16-yard line. Lassane's over on the sideline getting the play in. This one's crucial.
Yeah, it is.
Third and 11. That's a tough running play. But, throwing in this end, too, it gets a little congested. So Lassane's bringing his men to the line, and we've got 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. 12-2 St. Paul's, and we should have time to get this one last play off. So Lassane under center. The ball's hiked. He's going to drop back over the middle. And that one's going to drop in complete. Number 83, Josh Tart, was coming across, and number 30.
Yeah. It was kind of hard to see who that pass was intended to.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Number 21, Ethan Morris, broke right when the pass went left. So we got 4th and 11, Mr. Yates. What happens here?
What happens here? We go for it.
So
we go for the end zone.
Here comes Harvey Lassane. So a first down can still be gotten on the 5-yard line. So we don't have to get it all here, but a touchdown for West would definitely make them happy. It's going to be pitched out to Brommel. He's to the 15, still on his feet at the 10, and he will be brought down on the 10-yard line, about 5 yards short of the first down, and that one will be turned over on downs. St. Paul's will take over with 25 seconds.
Yeah, this is. I think this works well in West's favor. We have them on the 10-yard line right now.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a switch here and see what they dial up. You definitely want to be careful down here in this end, and we will go from there. And that one's going to be handed to number 22, Sean Williams. He's still on his feet, and he takes it up to the still on his feet. He went off 2 or 3 tackles there and took it to the 24. So that was a 14-yard gain on first down, and we will have 1st and 10. And that one, I'm going to say, ended still 13 seconds.
Yeah.
So they're going to get one more off. I thought for sure we would be out of time, but the clock is still set. 7 takes the snap, looks back to pass. He's going to go to number 25.
Oh!
Through the fingertips of Javon Crawford.
Oh.
Good defense there by Harvey Lassane, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
And we're going to move into the second quarter.
And that one is going to bring us into the second quarter, so that was so close.
I know number 25
He'd like to have that one back.
Yeah, he would have.
Yep.
That would have been a great play to start off the second quarter with.
Yeah, that was right in his fingers, but that one come loose. So when the quarters resume, it will be St. Paul's ball on their own 24-yard line. Mm-hmm. They have a 14-2 lead over home team West Columbus, and they are going to be looking at 2nd down and 10. So what do you think of the first quarter so far, Mr. Yates?
I think the first quarter was very, very. There were a lot of flags, so there was a lot of things that we didn't get to see from each of the teams because of the ball movement without play. But other than that, I think it was a real good even match both ways. I think St. Pauls has a little advantage on the ground game as far as offense than West has tonight a little bit.
Yeah, they have broke off some bigger chunks of yardage, and the big one comes down to that 55 yard up the middle by Banner. Mm-hmm. That was big, and that was at a crucial time.
Yeah.
But West has been able to run, St. Paul's has been able to run, so that's the specialty there of the two. And so far it's been very interesting, and it's still a very manageable game.
It is, because in football you never know what's going to happen, because fatigue, injury, a whole lot of things comes into play throughout the game. 2nd
down and 10. We saw a 2-yard gain. Sean Williams ran over his own man, and we're looking at a 3rd down and 8. So West can come up here. West could get the ball in really good field position if they can hold them here. So we'll wait and see what they dial up.
Down? 3rd down. They have
it's 3rd and 8.
Scoreboard.
Yeah, we're looking, unless I missed one. But Banner's going to roll to his left. Good pressure, and he's going long yards to number 1 and through the hands of number 1. Good defense there by number 82, Anthony Davis. Wow, what a pass!
I was looking at when our cameraman over there, Allegra Diaz, she was tensing up, making sure she didn't get hit with the ball.
That may have been 10, 20, 30, 40. That was at least a 50-yard pass.
Yeah, it was.
Mr. Banner's got a nice arm on him. Mm-hmm. So number 5, Malik Livingston's going to drop back and punt. They had a little bit of problem the first punt of the game. So they're bringing in their last man to set the line, and we'll see what happens here. So 9 seconds here on the clock that's a good snap. Ball's down, and it's a high punt. That one's going to hit on the 49-yard line and take a St. Paul's bounce, and it will be touchdown on the 42. So Tony Reese lets it hit, rolls dead on the 42. St. Paul touches it, and West Columbus will take over on their own 42-yard line with 11 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the second quarter. St. Paul's is holding on to a 14-2 lead, and we will see West come out for their 3rd offensive series of the night. And if that running game will stay where it's at, and we could we could see some dividends on this one.
Yeah, they were a little productive last time.
It's just tough when you get down to 3rd and 11 and 4th and 11. Those are hard downs.
Very hard.
So Harvey Lassaine's up under center with a 3-back set. That one's going to be handed off to good faker, and he's still on his feet. Bromel's going to take that one up for a 4-yard gain, and we're going to be looking at 2nd down and 6. So that was some hard-fought yardage there.
Yeah.
He had 2 or 3 good cuts, and they finally bring him down 4 yards later. So those guys, they've mixed up the backfield. We've seen Bromell run, we've seen Dawson run, we've seen Thompson run, and we've seen Bowie run.
Yeah. Good.
So
keeping the defense on their toes.
Definitely mixing it up, and keeping these guys fresh, and so you never.
Yeah.
And they'll run a couple little shifts back there before they actually hand it off. So they're keeping them on their feet. Lasaine under center. That one's going to be blown dead. Bromell had a full head of steam. I believe we've got an illegal procedure. Is that delay a game? I missed the call, but I think they got him for delay a game. That's going to take it back 5 yards, and we're now looking at 2nd down and 11. So So that one's going to go back. That takes the ball back to the 41-yard line, so we're 1 yard below the original line of scrimmage. And West will come out. Harvey Lassaine's going to go up under center with a 3-back set. The ball snapped, and that one's straight up the middle.
Straight up the middle for about 3.
So Bromel's going to get 3 of them back. Actually, that spot's going to give him 5.
About 5? Okay.
All right, so we're looking at 3rd down and 6, and that is definitely manageable. Nope, they're going to go back 3rd down and 7. So he's going to spot it there on West Columbus. Is going to have the ball on their own 45-yard line. 3rd down and 7. We have 9 minutes and 49 seconds left here in the second quarter, and we've had an even balanced game so far. If you're just tuning in to us, so the same with the 3-back set.
Oh,
he's going to drop back and pass, and he's got 2 defenders on him, and he's not going to get free. So the pass is incomplete. He did manage to get it off, but that's going to bring up 4th down and 6. And I would think they're probably going to punt from this situation. Yeah. Them 2 guys from St.Pauls, I missed the numbers on both of them, but they got in the backfield in an excellent amount of time. They were quick.
I missed the numbers also. I think it was number 51 and number.
And it probably Mr. Larry Locklear has been all over the place tonight for St.Pauls, and it probably was. Mm-hmm. He's had a very good defensive night. So Tanner Daniels is back to punt. Good snap. The ball is up. Going to be a high punt. And that one's just going to drop and take a great West Columbus bounce. That one will be touched down on the 19-yard line by number 24 of West Columbus, which is Tariq Dundee. So St. Paul's looking at a lot of field here in front of them, starting on their own 19 with 9 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second quarter, and they're holding on to a 14-2 lead over home team West Columbus on West Columbus's homecoming evening.
All right, here we go. St. Paul's last sequence ended up in a punt. They did have a couple of nice drives in that sequence, though.
Yeah, it seems like we've seen either St. Paul's gets on an explosive running, or then they'll hit some areas to where West defense will pick them up, and then they'll end in a punt. So we've kind of seen the spectrums so far, but we have seen a couple monstrous passes by Banner. What an arm that young man has. So he's going to take it in the gun, as we see, and number 22 is not going to have it because there goes Banner up to the left, and he is on the run. He's to the 40, cuts back, and he will be brought down on the 43-yard line, and that is a 24-yard gain on first down. That's a big run.
Yeah, very big run. That's his second big run of the night. Wasn't as big as the first.
No.
But he got decent amount of yards that time.
He has at least 70 yards and 2 carries, if not more.
Yeah.
So it's 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line of St. Paul's. Banner's back in the gun, looks over to the coach to make sure he has the play, and he has Sean Williams to his right, but he is going to take their first time out of the first half, and they're going to go talk this one over. So, yeah, when they run that little switch there, it looks like Williams has it, and he comes up almost up the middle, right in that A gap, and it's explosive.
Yeah, and that comes from a good fake from the quarterback and a good fake from the running back. Because if you don't sell it, they'll see it.
Yeah, you are 100% right. He took that first one straight up the middle hard for 50-some yards, and that one he took up and cut back.
Yeah.
But a good 23-yard run there by Banner, and he's got some speed.
Yeah, he does.
He's one, if you let him get loose, he's off to the races. So they're going to come back in, and he's going to go back in his gun, and Williams is still going to be to his right. He's got Gilchrist and Livingston are going to be out to his right, and he's got one receiver split left. So he looks over the defense. To his right, to his left. The whistles have been blown. And he's got the snap, and he's going to drop back for a pass over the middle, and that one's going to be to number 5, Livingston. And he is still on his feet, and he breaks the tackle of number 82 and almost gets past number 12, Tony Reese. So he was able to get past Anthony Davis. Tony Reese brings him down on the 9-yard line. That's a gain of...
I want to say that was the best pass I've seen this year.
That was nice. He went straight over the middle, broke the tackle, but Davis was able to slow him down just enough where Reese brought him down. So we're going to have 1st and goal here on the 9, and still Banner's in the gun. That one's going to be handed off to Williams, and Williams is still on his feet to the end zone. Touchdown, St. Paul's.
One more for St. Pauls.
And we are played hard this year, and hopefully this is something to where he's just able to get back by this game, and if not, he can be back for their next week game. Maybe twisted ankle. We're not doctors. We don't know what, but he's holding that ankle up, so it may be somewhere down in that area. But there's 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. St. Paul's is now up their lead to 20-2, and they will set up for a 2-point conversion. Banner is in the gun, and Sean Williams is split to his right. The ball snapped to Banner, looks, and that's going to be a pass to Livingston.
Oh.
And he held on to it, I believe, but he was out of bounds by the time he controlled the ball. So the score will remain 20-2 here with 8 minutes left in the second quarter. St. Paul's is up. West Columbus will come on to receive the ball, and we will see their next set of offense series as it comes.
Yeah, we saw 2 or 3 big plays that series that ended up in the touchdown. We saw that pass, and we saw the run by Kane Banner.
Now, we have seen some young men with some great arms all season, but only watching him once, maybe it's not fair to say, but I believe Banner may have the best arm of the ones we've seen.
Yeah.
Because he has got to throw 50-yard passes in high school, I would think, say, pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is impressive.
Pretty impressive feat. Throwing 50 yards in pro is an impressive feat. So, yeah, that's been, and like I said, we've seen some other great young men throw the ball, but just some of his passes. There's a squib kick, and this time it will be picked up by number 26, and he's going to be able to return it back. He's still on his feet.
And he's picked up.
He is picked up and put on the ground at the 46-yard line of West Columbus. So nice run back there by number 46. And I'm sorry, not 40. My fault. I saw the number wrong. 26. So Livingston on a good run back there. Takes it back for about 10 yards. And West Columbus will have another shot at it on their own 47-yard line. So here comes Harvey Lassane in with the play. His men's huddled up. They break to the line and spread out. Still in the 3-back set. He gets them situated on the line. And down, and ball is hiked.
Ooh.
And that one's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. There's going to be no gain on that one. So we're going to
good penetration.
Yeah, that was heads up defense there by
good.
So Savon Dawson is going to be stopped at the line, and we're looking at 2nd down and 10. West Columbus will have the ball there on their 47-yard line, and we have 7 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second quarter, and they are getting ready for 2nd down.
St. Pauls, their defensive line is not only big, but they're fast as well.
They're definitely fast. Quick snap, pitched out to Dawson. He's running, sweeping to his left.
Flag
we got
on
a
play.
flag, and he is still stopped at the line of scrimmage. So we will wait and see where that one come quick and fast.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we would have 3rd down and 10. The way West Columbus coaches is acting, it's going to go on them.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Here comes the official out to pick up the flag and make the call. And talking over to St. Pauls to see, I guess, if they're going to accept or decline.
And West Columbus is backing up as if they know that.
So we're looking probably at 2nd down and 20. Still holding. Okay, so that was right there on the line. So we will be looking at 2nd down and 20, and the ball will now be on the 36-yard line of West Columbus instead of the 46. So Lassane has the play, and he talks it over to his men. And here they go. Still going to be in the 3-back set. We've got Dawson, Bowie, and Bromell in the back. The ball snapped. Lassane's going to drop back to pass. Number 89 is on him, but the pass is off. Nice catch by Bromell.
Nice catch.
And he will get back a little past, a yard or two past the original line of scrimmage. And that will bring up 3rd down and 10. So very good play on that one.
Yeah, that was a nice pass. Very nice pass from Harvey Lassane.
So we're still looking at a 22-2 ball game. St. Pauls has the lead, but West Columbus has the ball. And we're looking at 7 minutes here remaining in the second quarter. It will be 3rd down and 10, and West has it on their own 47-yard line. Lassane up under center, 3-back set, and fakes to one, but that one's going to go to Bromell, and he's going to be brought down on the line of scrimmage.
That was by number 36, Jordan Hinton.
And number 85 also, Williams had a hand on that one. So 4th and 10. I believe we will see Tanner Daniels come out. Maybe not.
Yeah, he's back there.
I would think we'll see that. And good pass play, though, by Harvey Lassane on 2nd down to gain back 10 of those. He was right on the money to Bromell and good hands. So these men have been accurate tonight in their passing.
Yeah.
Love to see that in high school. So Daniels is back. He's getting it. The ball was a good snap. The ball is up. Good high punt. And that one's coming down on the 34-yard line, but it's going to take a St. Paul's bounce and be down on the 37. So St. Paul's will bring their offense back to the field with 6 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second quarter. They are hanging on to a 20-2 lead, and one more shot for them on the offensive side. So we saw some big explosive plays last time. We'll see what Coach dials up for Banner and Williams and a few of the receivers on this one.
It didn't take him about 6 plays to get to the end zone last time.
So Banner calls for it. Snap. Banner's going to drop back to throw. That one's going to go to his left. Good setup defense, but right in there.
Nice
what
pass.
A pass. Javon Crawford, number 25. I don't know, Mr. Yates, how that ball got in there. I really don't.
It looked about a flick of the wrist.
I mean, it went through. It almost looked like it went through West's hands into Crawford's hands.
It was nice and quick too.
So that's going to bring up 1st and 10, and St. Paul's has been able to move it all the way down to West Columbus's 41-yard line. So a big play there. Banner takes the snap, hands off to Williams, and Williams up the middle and still on his feet. But West has 3 or 4 guys wrapped around him.
They swarmed him that time.
But not before he can gain 4 on that play. So it'll be 2nd down and 6. St. Paul's will have the ball on their own on West Columbus 37-yard line. 5 minutes and 28 seconds left here in the second quarter, with St. Paul's leading West Columbus here at Viking Stadium by a score of 20-2. So it don't take Banner long to get his next set of plays. He's
No,
there.
dude.
He's got it, and he's going to drop back and pass. He rolls to his right. Good pressure coming, and he's going to keep it and run. What a hit. And he's still on his feet, still going, cuts left, and he takes it all the way down to the 14-yard line of West Columbus. Number 50, Chris Middleton, in great pursuit, and just was not able to bring him down. But he was still able to go and break loose, cut right and left a few times, and take it all the way down to the 13-yard line for a first down and 10. Banner's just quick.
Yeah, he is.
That'll be a handoff to number 22, Sean Williams. Off to his left and driven out of bounds just shy of the end zone. That's going to be spotted on the 2-yard line. I believe that's going to move the chains again.
Yeah.
It will. So first and goal with 4 minutes and 46 seconds left here in the second quarter. St. Pauls has the ball. They have it on West Columbus's 2-yard line, and it has a score of 20-2.
Yeah, and I think they're going to keep giving it to their power guy, Sean Williams, until they get in.
Sean Williams has had a big night tonight, and I believe you're right. I believe that's what we'll see here. And you are right. And up the middle, Sean Williams, touchdown, 2-yard touchdown run. And it is now 26-2. St. Paul's over home team West Columbus here at Viking Stadium. And we will await the extra point. You know, reflecting back, I'm still in awe of that pass.
Yeah.
I thought for sure Chris Middleton was going to – I think it was Middleton was going to pick that one off. I mean, he was in excellent coverage. I mean, he was right where he was supposed to be. He got in front, and that was just amazing that Banner could whip that ball in there.
Yeah.
So here's a 2-point over the middle through the hands of number 1, Gilchrist. Number 8, Locklear had a hand on it, and number 5, Livingston was in the area, but it is no good. And it is now 26-2. St. Paul's over West Columbus here at Viking Stadium, and St. Paul's will be kicking off. And we will see what West Columbus can dial up with 4 minutes and 42 seconds left here in this second quarter. Squib kick.
Moving along. Squib kick from St. Paul?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. No, I think
One
that's
more time.
I think that's a safe one. And Livingston is good at it.
Yeah, he is.
He can put that. I've seen him put them hard on the ground. I've seen him put it up a little bit higher. So he has definitely had a lot of practice at that, and he can.
I've seen high school kickers kick a squib kick 2 ways. I've seen him put the ball sideways on a tee, but he kicks it straight off the ground.
Sure enough, and that one hits, and Bromel's got it. And Bromel's on his feet, and he cuts it to his left. Bromel's still going. Ooh. Nice run back to the 49-yard line. So good job there. It hit number 21, Ethan Morrison, the foot, and did not take a friendly West Columbus bounce, but Bromell was ready, picked it up, and ran it back for 10 yards. And if he'd have gotten past that last tackle, we may have seen 6 on that one.
We may have.
And he was at a full head of steam.
Yeah, his legs were churning.
Yeah, you do not like to see that ball on a kickoff hit your own player.
No, you don't.
You don't know where that thing's going to end up. And it did not, like I said, it didn't take a friendly bounce, but Bromell was in a very great position to pick that one up. And West Columbus is 51 yards away from the end zone with Lassane under center and a 3-man backfield. They're set. The ball snapped up the middle to Bromell for a gain of 2. Second down and 8.
2nd and 8.
4 minutes and 27 seconds here in the second quarter. The ball is on the 49-yard line of St. Pauls, and St. Pauls is holding on to a 26-2 lead over the home team Vikings here in Cerro, Gordo, North Carolina. If you are listening to us on 89.9 FM WZCO, we welcome you, and if you're watching this on the internet, we welcome you too. So Lassane is up under center. Looks over the defense, 3-back set, drops back, is going to look to pass. And that one will be incomplete to number 21, Ethan Morris. And number 89, Johnny Arnett, was on a beeline to Lassane. Yeah. Lassane did not have a whole lot of time on that one to get it off.
Rid of that one pretty quick.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. And here comes Bromell back in and Thompson out. Lassane's talking it over. See what they can dial up. And, keep this one in their possession and get a good long drive going.
Yeah.
It's the last few of since that one with the penalties, they've been a little bit shorter. But still, that run game it's had payoffs tonight, and
Up and down.
they need a big one here. But Lasane's going to go back, and there's 3 on him, and there's a good pass by Lasane.
Oh!
And it just didn't get cut quite right. So that one was intended for number 21, Ethan Morris, and had a chance to be picked off by number 32, Jamal Leonard.
Yeah, he's out there pleading his case.
Yeah, he's not. He was wanting some offensive pass interference on that one. But that flag is not coming. But he was in very good coverage, and he had a hand on it, but just wasn't able to bring that one in. So we're looking at 4th down and 8. Tanner Daniels is going to be out to punt. Should pin St. Paul's back in pretty deep territory and get the defense out. Now is when we need to see a real big one. Low snap, but the ball is up and a good high punt by Tanner Daniels. And that one's going to go on the 30, and that one's just going to die there. So number 24, Tariq Dundee, touches it down, and St. Paul's will take over on their own 31-yard line with 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the second quarter. They hold a 26-2 lead over home team West Columbus here in Cerro, Gordo, North Carolina. So, Mr. Yates, so far, what's your thoughts of this St. Paul's team this week as to what you observed last week in the swamp at East Columbus?
Well, like I said before, last week they came out and they fumbled the ball twice. And both times they fumbled it, it ended up in a touchdown. So I think last week they got down on themselves early in the game, and East Columbus got up on them very fast. And I think if they could have not had those 2 fumbles, I think they would have been right there, right in the game with East Columbus last week.
Banner runs a fake to Sean Williams and calls his own number for a 10-yard gain. That play has been a big gainer all night.
Yeah.
If he runs that and he goes off to his left in that A gap, it's resulting in 10-plus yards. That's the 3rd time I've seen that one, and that's been big.
Mm-hmm.
So we may see that play a few more times tonight. So Banner in the gun, handoff, going to keep it over the middle again. Off the chest of number 8, Jacob Locklear, and I would say he might like to have another shot at that one.
Would.
I'm not sure that one, had he caught that, if that wouldn't have ended up in 6.
I can tell from his emotions that he really would like to have that ball back.
That ball went through his hands and hit his number. That was a hard pass by Banner, too. He put some heat on that ball.
I'm pretty sure that Banner he probably has a pretty good fastball, too.
I would say.
We'll see baseball season.
Yeah, he's got an arm, but here comes number 22, and he's going up the right-hand side. He's still on his feet at the 50, down to the 40, cuts back at the 35, and he is brought down on the 30-yard line. The chains are moving as Sean Williams is able to roll off of
pure power.
Right at about 20 yards. No, 30 yards, 29 yards. So, big play there by Sean Williams, and that's going to move the chains, and they're getting set. St. Paul's has it on their own 30. I'm sorry, on West Columbus 30, with a 1st down and 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's snapped, it's handed off, and Banner keeps it again. There it is, straight up the middle. And he takes it down to the 10 for it. Oh, we got a flag. So right now we're looking at a 20-yard gain straight up the middle by number 7, Banner. And we will wait and see what we have here. I'm not sure what we've got. It was thrown right as he was tackled. I don't know if we've got a. Well, we'll just wait and see what we have. What we have there. So he's signaling personal foul on West Columbus. I didn't see. Did that occur in the tackle, do you reckon?
I think it was on the tackle. Right
So
there at the end of the play.
Well, now we're down in the 10-yard line. And that one's probably, that one's definitely only going to go. That one's definitely only going to go half. So 1st and goal, we have 2 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the second quarter. St. Pauls has the ball on West 5-yard line, 1st and goal. Banner in the gun, Sean to his left. The ball's hiked, hand up to Sean Williams up the middle, and he is tackled right at the goal line. That one's going to be on the 1, so that's a 4-yard gain.
Yeah.
2nd and goal on the 1. You told me last time they would keep handling off till he scores. You going to stick to that?
Yep, they're going to keep right on giving it to him.
Okay, so Banner looks over to his coaches on the side to get the play. Sean Williams is right there to his left. Banner goes back to the gun after he talks to his offensive line, looks it over, calls for the snap. There it is. And he keeps his own.
Keeps it.
And he's in. Touchdown. Touchdown number 7.
Okay.
Kane
I didn't think they
Banner.
were that close.
Yeah, they were on the 1 on that one. So he was able to get it through. And it is 2 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the second quarter. St. Pauls has increased their lead to 32-2 here at Viking Stadium over home team West Columbus. And we will await the 2-point conversion. And here comes number 34, Damian McMillan in.
Mm-hmm. He scored. Didn't he score
I believe he did score one of the touchdowns. He scored either a conversion or a touchdown. So he's going to come in and relieve Williams. He's going to drop back to pass, and he's looking right for him. And nice tackle.
Touchdown.
But it's a little late. I believe that's 82. Yeah, Anthony Davis. Very good tackle by Anthony Davis. But number 34, Damian McMillan, lands in the end zone, and we have a 2-point, and we now have a score of St. Pauls 34, West Columbus 2. And we are in the second quarter with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left before the halftime activity, where West Columbus will crown their king and homecoming queen. Mm-hmm. And we will be bringing you that, and we will turn it, for those of you on the radio and the internet, at 89.9 FM, or there on the website, we will run our mic up top and let the PA system handle that, and then we will change our camera angles so you will get to watch the homecoming activities for those of you that couldn't make it tonight. So here comes the squib kick from Livingston. He's ready. The ball is hard. Wow, that one's got some air on it. That one's going to go down and be picked up at the 23. Good jump there and good hit there. So that's going to be a 3-yard return. Not sure who had it. But the ball is going to be spotted on the 26-yard line. West Columbus is going to have just at 2 minutes to go 74 yards for a score. And I think this is crucial right here. I think if you can drive and score a touchdown, you can get a little bit of that momentum back in you to go into the locker room, regroup, and come back out to a new half of football. So
you can.
Got to have some positives here, I think, for them guys. Because they're tired, they're a little frustrated. But here, just even if not a score, a big play, just something to get some motivation in there, so that halftime can just rejuvenate them. So here comes Harvey Lassane. He's going to sweep it left. He's got it up to the 30, go to the 40, and he is almost able to break that tackle.
Yeah, it looks like he slowed down a little bit about the 40-yard line.
He was trying to go. I think he knew his force was fixing to carry him out of bounds, and he tried to cut it, but great pursuit by St. Pauls. Yeah. And nice run there by Harvey Lassane. He was able to take that ball from the 26-yard line all the way up to the 44-yard line. So very good run there, and West Columbus will have 1 minute and 52 seconds. The ball on their own 44-yard line, and they will have first down and 10. So Lassane has the play, sends his guys to go, and 3 men in the backfield. He looks over the defense, and they're packing that defensive line too up front. So Dawson gets it. And he takes it
takes about
1 yard gain. So we're looking at 2nd and 9. Ball will be on the second and 9. Ball on the 46-yard line. So he'll get 1 or 2. And here comes Lassane with a play. We have 1 minute and 26 seconds left. The score is 34-2. St. Pauls has the lead over West Columbus. Lassane up under center, looks over the defense. two-back set this time. This time it's going to be pitched to
Number 31.
31. And he is able to take it up.
Still going.
Good hustle as he's taking it up to the 46-yard line of St. Pauls. And that's going to be a gain of
about 8.
Yeah, right at it. So and it's right. I don't think, well, hang on a minute. Did he just signal first down, or is he?
No.
No, it's close.
Mm-hmm.
It is third down, and it's going to be third down. And, that's under 1.
Yeah.
That one's a third and about a foot and a half. Good pitch out to Dawson. He's got blockers. Uh-oh, and he lost the ball, and it went right in the hands of number 34. Unfortunate right there. He was running, lost it, and McMillan bounced right in his chest.
And he's holding his arm.
Okay, so we got 26 seconds left here in the second quarter. I believe, is that a man down for West?
Yeah, Dawson that was running the ball. He's holding his arm.
So Dawson's holding on to his arm, lost the ball, bounced right into McMillan's chest, and they're going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 46-yard line with 26.9 seconds left here in the second quarter. The score is 34-2, St. Pauls over West Columbus. So let's see. Banner's going to – I thought they might take a knee, but I don't believe they're going to.
No.
Snap to Banner, and he's going to throw. He rolls to his left, looks, sets, plants, and it's going to be a long one to number 1.
Oh, and he still
caught it. 3 defenders. Wow. I don't know how he does it. Dion Gilchrist has the ball, and it is on the 19-yard line.
Yeah.
I thought for sure that ball was going to be knocked down.
Yeah, I did. That was a pretty good adjustment by the receiver. He saw that all 3 of the defenders were turned around looking at him, and the ball was short. So what he did was slide in front of them while they were turned around.
That was an amazing catch. So Banner drops back. He's going to throw again over the middle and went back to Gilchrist, but that was just a tad bit high. Went right over his hand.
It did.
So we're looking at 14 seconds left, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10. St. Paul's is on the verge of possibly scoring one right before halftime.
Yeah, 14.6 seconds left on the clock.
So we'll wait and see what we have here.
They might do it.
I don't know. Do you run here or do you pass here? What do you think?
If they're not putting their knee down, I guess they're going to try. They're going for the end zone. So
here we go.
Passing.
Yeah, and you're right. Ball snapped. He looks. There it's up. And it's a long one to number 5. He caught it. He dropped it. He caught it. And then it come loose. Number 5, Malik Livingston. Almost. And we got a 3rd down and 10. 8.2 seconds left. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. Is Livingston also the field goal kicker, Yates? Do you know?
I have no idea. I haven't seen it. I've never seen a field goal from him.
I'm just curious what happens. I don't know if they'll have enough time or not, but I'm curious to see what happens.
Yeah.
So Banner under center. The ball snapped, and he rolls to his right, and he's looking. The ball's up, and it's through the hands of number 1, Gilchrist. He had it, he lost it, he had it, and he lost it, and in that same corner of the end zone. So is there time? Yeah, there is time.
It seems to me with those gloves, have you ever felt one of those gloves that they have now?
I haven't seen them. I haven't not felt the new ones.
Man, those gloves are like asphalt on your hands.
I'll be.
And when I was in high school, we didn't have those. So I don't know what it is like to catch with those, but I think it would be pretty easy to catch with them because it just sticks.
That's cool. This answers my question. 2.5 seconds left, 4th and 10. Banner drops back. It's over the middle to number 1, touchdown.
Got that one.
19-yard touchdown pass from Banner to number 1, Gilchrist. And it is now 40-2, St. Paul's over West Columbus. And that one ran completely the clock out of time. They will do the 2-point conversion. And we will go to our halftime activities as the crowd is still – there's a good crowd, and they're getting ready for the halftime activities. But Banner's not done yet. He calls for the snap. Number 22, Sean Williams, going to his left, cuts it back up the middle.
Did he get it?
And he got it.
He got it.
2-point conversion, Sean Williams on the run, and we will go to halftime with the score 42-2, St. Paul's over home team West Columbus here in Viking Stadium in Cerro, Gordo, North Carolina. The Queen choices candidates are being escorted out onto the field, and we will get ready here to see the homecoming activities. So we're here in a minute getting ready to switch over to our mic outside and let the PA system take over for a little bit, but we will be back in and out and definitely ready for the third quarter. So we will switch over to our outside mic. So hang tight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. West Columbus High School would like to welcome you to our homecoming festivities. Tonight is sponsored by the West Columbus High School Student Government Association, and the faculty advisor is Ms. Housen. Members of the marching Viking band will escort the contestants in attendance. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. West Columbus High School would like to welcome you to our homecoming festivities. Tonight is sponsored by the West Columbus High School Student Government Association and the faculty advisor, Ms. Sue Ann Housen. Members of the Marching Vikings Band will escort the contestants in attendance.
All right, so the homecoming candidates are out on the field with their marching band escort, and we will be waiting here to start the competition. So we'll be in and out as this goes. Our cameras will be focused on the young men and women on the field, and we'll talk a little bit about the first half. If you've been with us, you've seen a.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to come
West
back
Columbus High School would like to welcome you to our homecoming festivities. Tonight is sponsored by the WCHS Student Government Association. And the faculty advisor is Miss Sue Ann Housen. Members of the Marching Vikings Band will escort the contestants and attendants. The freshman class attendant is Anna Pate. She is the daughter of John and Lee Pate. Leanne Pate. Oh. She is escorted by Ethan Williamson. The sophomore class attendant is Reagan Powers. She is the daughter of Shanna K. Williamson and Donnie Powers. She is escorted by Sawyer Strickland. The junior class attendant is Jenna Green. She is the daughter of Laura and Jeff Green. She is escorted by Adam Redwine. At this time, the 2012-2013 Homecoming Queen contestants will be escorted onto the field. Contestant number 1 is Marissa Collins. Marissa is the 18-year-old daughter of Sharon C. Britt of Chadbourn. She is escorted by Dwayne Morgan. Marissa enjoys hanging out with her friends. dancing, and is a member of the varsity volleyball and soccer teams, and is the senior class secretary. She is also a member of the Porter Swamp Baptist Church Youth Group. She plans to attend Southeastern Community College to pursue a career in nursing. Contestant number 2 is Shayla Jenkins. Shayla is the 17-year-old daughter of Elizabeth Jenkins of Chadbourne. She is escorted by Ryan Howie. Shayla enjoys dancing, texting, and is a member of the varsity cheerleading squad. Shayla would like to attend East Carolina University or UNC at Charlotte next fall. Contestant number 3 is Hunter Kelly. Hunter is the 17-year-old daughter of Lance Floyd of Whiteville. She is escorted by Trey Benton. Hunter enjoys shopping, reading, and exercising. She is the varsity cheer captain, SGA president, yearbook editor, and captain of the varsity volleyball and softball teams. Hunter will be attending East Carolina University after graduation. Contestant number 4 is Shaylin Ratley. Shaylin is the 17-year-old daughter of Keisha Ratley of Whiteville. She is escorted by Marvin Edge. Shaylin enjoys texting, talking, and hanging with her friends. She is a member of the varsity softball team and on the WCHS color guard. Shaylin would like to attend East Carolina University to major in business next fall. Contestant number 5 is Brianna Williams. Brianna is the 17-year-old daughter of Ruth and Brian Williams. She is escorted by Branton Williamson. Brianna enjoys singing and meeting new people. She is a member of the WCHS chorus. Please welcome our principal of West Columbus High School, Mr. Jeffrey Green, and Miss Homecoming 2011-2012, Miss Raven Boone. The second runner-up for Miss Homecoming is Marissa Collins. The first runner-up for Miss Homecoming is Shayla Jenkins. And now, the 2012-2013 Homecoming Queen for West Columbus High School is Hunter Kelly. Congratulations to Hunter Kelly, Miss Homecoming Queen 2012-2013, and her court.
If you have just joined us on the radio in the last little bit, we have had the homecoming ceremony here at West Columbus. It is homecoming night, and they have just crowned Miss Hunter Kelly homecoming queen for 2012. So you've had some dead space if you've tuned in, and we've been letting the PA system kind of do their thing, and you all hear that. So there'll be a little bit of gaps from here for the next minute or two until this kind of wraps up, and then we will be back with you full time. So here, back to the PA.
Move down, down, do your dance, do your dance. We got a brand new down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. They say I'm a rapper, and I say no. what you doing, trying to do somebody cold. I just let the music come from my soul, so all of my people can stay on the floor. They got a brand new dance, you gotta move your muscle. A brand new dance, it's called the Cupid Show. It don't matter if you're young or you old, we gon' show you how it goes. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick. Now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Come on, down, down, do your dance, do your dance. You do the down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. Down, down, do your dance, do your dance. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now kick, now kick, now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself.
Well, Mr. Likens, what do you think about this crowd tonight at the homecoming game?
I think this is the biggest crowd we've seen at West. This is our, if I'm not mistaken, this is our third night out here. And very good crowd in attendance, and they're enjoying the hometown or homecoming activities, and it's been an exciting game, and always good to be out on Friday Night Football.
Absolutely. For those of you who are listening to us via radio, you're missing out on the visual things going on here this afternoon. We've got a crowd of young dancers down on the outside the bleachers, dancing to the music, enjoying all the festivities of homecoming. Those of you who are watching by the internet or some other means of catching our streaming service, you're witnessing what some of these things going on, but it looks like they are pumped tonight.
Yeah, we've seen some high scoring, and it's been an interesting game so far. And homecoming is always fun. We started out tonight. West Columbus's band did a performance for Halloween, so that was new, and we got to do some interviews this week. That was new, and now we've seen the homecoming activities. This is the second game we've got to cover on homecoming. We got to cover East Columbus 2 weeks ago, and then we've got to cover this one tonight. So it's been this one's been action-packed from the get-go. We actually started a little bit earlier to bring you the band, and they're still dancing, and you can hear the music in the background. And if you are on the internet, you can see the kids having a good time here this Friday night in Cerro, Gordo, North Carolina, home of the Vikings.
Yeah, and whenever the homecoming court came out, again, those of you listening by radio weren't able to see it, but it was kind of cool that the homecoming court lined up in the V formation. I guess that's no coincidence. We're at West Columbus Stadium for the Vikings. Mr. Likens, why don't you go down there and you could join in with these ladies dancing if you wanted to, maybe learn a few things.
Yeah, I don't believe that's going to be happening. So, but we've had fun this year. We've had a variety of students out with us. These kids have done wonderful jobs on the camera. They've learned how to come inside and switch cameras. They've been able to work the graphics on the computer and update with scores, and we've had them on the air. We don't have as many tonight as we normally have. We have, I think, 5 students with us tonight. If you're just joining us, Allegra Diaz, Daniel McNair, and Desiree Moore have been running our cameras tonight. And in the booth, we've had Ayla Louvier working on the switcher and Heidi Strickland on graphics. Aaron Yates and myself have been covering the broadcasting. We try to get a student in, but we did not have one tonight that enjoys doing the broadcasting. That's something that
takes a special skill set for that.
Yeah, I learned 9 weeks ago it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. So I have learned a lot. Just like the students, I've learned quite a bit in this, and we've had a really good time through football season with 1 week left to go. We will be here in West Columbus next week for the final regular season of the game, and talking with Kelly Jones earlier. Now, for those of you that listen to us regularly, and we thank you that do listen to or watch us regularly, Kelly Jones is always with us, and he was here tonight, but he had prior obligations he still helped us got set up, and he's been a blessing to us this year and really helped us out. And every Friday night he's been with us, and we get started. A lot of times we're out here on a normal night by 4:30, and we're still here at 10:30, sometimes 11, packing it back up. There's a lot of setup in this. It's, we don't have our own studio. It's not like we're able to go out and just leave it. Every night we come out, or Friday night we come out and we run all the cables. Sometimes we run 200-300 foot of cables. We set up 3 cameras, set up all of the computer systems inside, and then after the game's over, we break everything back down and for the next week. So there's a lot of work, and the kids have been real helpful, and they seem to have enjoyed it. And we've been at West. This is our 3rd week at West. We'll have one more for 4 games there. We spent 4 games in East Columbus at the Swamp, and then we got 2 weeks at South Columbus. So out of the 11-week season, we've broadcasted 10 out of the 11. So there's just under 5 minutes left here in halftime, and halftime may go a little bit longer this week. It did a couple of weeks ago, just to the fact that with the activities and that, it gives the guys a chance to come out and warm up a little bit from the locker room. So it's been fun, and I got to say I'm excited about playoff season coming around in 2 weeks, and not sure where we'll be at. Really hope that all 3 of the county schools, I hope all 3 of them are able to make the playoffs, and we would love to have a home playoff game because we know what equipment we have and we know what we can set up. So
yeah, and as you said earlier, it takes a lot. It really does. I guess that's one of the things coming into this that I didn't realize. You see the things on TV, the news broadcast, and that there's a lot of people working behind the scenes, but when you actually start doing it, you see that there's a lot of work, and it's something that 1 or 2 people cannot do, or it's hard for 1 or 2 people to do. As you said, it takes a good bit of students. I think we have about 5 here tonight. Ideally, we'd like to have 7 or 8. That's when we can kind of take a back seat and let the students really take the role on that, and that's what we're hoping to do. Those of you who have been joining in, hopefully you've been enjoying this, and if you're talking with your neighbors or family members, tell them about it. If you happen to see somebody in Walmart, tell them Columbus County's got their own radio station, and they've got a streaming service for catching Friday night football. Maybe some of the elderly or people who can't get out to see the football game that will enjoy it, let them know about it. It would give them that chance to see what's going on and still enjoy some of their interests.
And we got some of our teachers out here with us tonight. 2 of them are West Columbus graduates. We had Sherman Axelberg, who teaches culinary for us at Columbus Career and College Academy. She is here tonight, and her son, Degner Axelberg actually had an ACL injury, and he's not been able to play probably half the season or so. I can't remember what game he got hurt in, but they're out supporting tonight. One of our math teachers, Jennifer Ward, also a graduate here of West Columbus. She's out with her 2 daughters in support tonight. And our history teacher, Megan Weaver, she's out here tonight. And so we've got 3 of our staff out along with us that are here every week. And I just got an update. East Columbus is up 42-0 right now, and if I'm not mistaken, they're playing Fairmont tonight. I think I read that right. So for those of you here in the county might be wondering what East is doing, they are up 42-0 at this time. So they've had a really good season, and you go back and you look at the losses that East has. They lost 3 out of the 4 within the last minute of the game. And then South Columbus. And South still, I think South only beat them by maybe 1 score. So it's been a very good year for them. And South Columbus has had a good year. They had a disappointing game last week. I know they wanted to win that one against East Bladen, but they're trying to bounce back this week, and we'll see what comes about. But West Columbus is coming out of the locker room now, and they're in their end zone, going to stretch out a little bit have not seen St. Pauls yet, I'd like to take a minute to switch gears from football. The powwow, for those of you that are local, the Waccamaw Sioux put this on every year around the third weekend in October, and it was going on all day today, and it will be going on all day tomorrow. If you are a regular listener to our radio station, you have heard Kelly interview Nadine Patrick. Nadine works for us at the central office, and she is a big I know she said in her interview she works the food booth, but I would say she's probably big in coordinating and setting up everything too in the powwow. So she does great work for us, and this is a big event they put on where they go, and I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong, I think there was 8 tribes in the state of North Carolina, and they try to get as many to come and celebrate, and that takes place in the Buckhead community. And if you're not familiar where that is, it's on Old Lake Road. It's about 6 miles on past East Columbus on Old Lake Road, and that should be going on all day tomorrow. So if you've never been out to that, might be worth going out and checking out. I think the parade's actually what they start off with tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so.
So today was kind of centered for school kids this morning, but it was still for everybody. I'm going to switch gears again, and I'm sorry if I'm losing you, but I see number 12, Tony Reese, running the sidelines. Tony Reese was basically carried off in the second quarter, and now I'm watching him run sprints forwards and backwards.
Yeah, that was a fast recovery.
Yeah. Hopefully that one, sometimes those ankles, when you twist them, if you can get back on them and get the pressure on them, now he may feel real rough in the morning, but he is looking back to 100% right now, and that's a good sign because we talked to him before the game, and he was pumped.
I think he's wanting to get back in there.
I think so. He promised Mr. Yates 3 interceptions in the meeting we had before the game, and so I know he's wanting to hold that one back up. They go back a little ways, so.
You know, Mr. Likens, last week we were down at East Columbus, and St. Pauls was down there, and they had a couple fumbles last week, and comparing last week to this week, they seem to be a little bit more disciplined on that ball. And from my observations, I haven't been watching it as intensely as you guys, trying to be behind the scenes, but it seems like they're just in the right spot at the right time every time.
Special teams is huge, and last week's special teams just didn't go well for them, and it cost them roughly 21 points. Well, it cost them 18 and then any of the conversions they got. But this week, special teams, and it started off, their first there where they were punting on 4th down, punted over and took a safety. But since then, they've actually turned the tides on that. They've taken a squib kick and actually recovered it, which they later then took in for a score. So, yeah, it's the old cliche, it's what a difference a week makes. And
that's right.
Wasn't with you guys last week, but I got a feeling
they had some discussions over the week.
Yeah, that's just not to take anything. East Columbus is playing great football, and they have got a monster defense. Because if you go back and you look at St. Pauls, Red Springs. Red Springs has run off 40-some points in the majority of their games. East Columbus held them to 19. South Columbus has had some big scores. East Columbus held them under 20. So there's been some big defense by East Columbus. And, looking at that, they were able to last week. They're a team of their own. So St. Pauls, between taking that, and St. Pauls is 6-3. I mean, they've only been beat a couple of times. So they took it personal last week, and they're coming out today and making up for it. So it's it's a whole different St. Pauls, and I wonder too, after kind of looking, and I got a chance to go back and watch the highlights and some of that, if it would be a different ball game this week. Sometimes it's like it's like that wake up call. So we're down to,
I think we're getting ready to get started here.
No minutes left, and West Columbus started the game by kicking off, so they will receive first. If you are just joining us on 89.9 FM WZCO, we are starting the third quarter here, and number 5, Malik Livingston, will be getting ready to kick off to West Columbus. And if you're joining us on the internet just now, you're looking at a score of 42-2. St. Pauls has got the lead over West Columbus, and we're getting ready to start the third quarter. And here comes Livingston with the squib kick, and up the middle it goes. And that one's going to be picked up and going to be cut to the left. And the corner gets turned, and down he goes on the 47-yard line. So good return back on that one. I'm trying to make out the number. Thought it said 46. So I think that was Livingston Tariq Livingston on that one. I'm sorry. I've got his number at 26, and I think he's wearing 46, or my eyesight's just gone tonight, and that can be. So we'll go back and we'll see on that one. But West Columbus, Yates, what do they got to do?
West Columbus has got to pound the ball real hard and make sure that they pick up on their key block and not get flags like this.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's an illegal procedure on that one.
We can't have those.
So that's going to take us to 1st and 15. They had the ball on their own 47, and it's now going to go back to their own 42-yard line.
But back to what I was saying, what they need to do, I think they need to give the ball to Bromell a little more. Because right there, when they did make those couple of runs in the first quarter, it was him who was actually leading that attack on St. Pauls.
Yeah, Brumell's definitely had a good night, and that one's going to go to, I think that's Dawson. And he is going to get about 2 of those yards back. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be looking at 2nd down and 13. The ball's going to be on West Columbus's 45-yard line. And Lassane is over talking to the coaches and getting the call while his men wait for him on the 35, and here he comes. I'd like to see him throw a little more. I think Lassane's had some pretty good throws and accuracy. The line has done a good job giving him some time, and I'd like to see him air it out a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we get some of that too. So Lassane's set, the ball snapped, and that one's going to be handed off to Bromell, and Bromell's going to take it to St. Paul's 48-yard line. So that will be a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up
Bromell's coming up hopping a little bit.
Yeah, he was a little shaken. No, that was Dawson. That was shaking a little bit earlier. So yeah, Bromell's limping off, and Tony Reese is going to go in for him. And we're looking at 3rd down and right at 5. We'll call it 5, 6. Well, let's go a little longer just in case. So 3rd and 6. Lassane is going to come up under center, and he's going to pitch it out to Thompson, and that one's going to go down in the backfield.
In the backfield. Look like they're back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that one's going to go down for about a loss of 4. So 4th and 10. And we've got a man down. That could be, well, we're not even going to speculate. I don't want to worry some folks, but we do have a West Columbus player down, and when I can see that number, I will let you know. And he's up on his feet. I think he's just a little shaken off, and it was 21, Ethan Morris. But he's walking off. He's holding his wrist. So maybe that just tweaked it and looks a little bit painful.
It seems to me like these cold nights are getting to him.
And it could be. Mm-hmm. Definitely could be. So we're looking at 4th down and 10. The ball was on West Columbus's 48-yard line. It's 42-0. I'm sorry, it's 42-2. And it is 10 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third quarter as number 5, Tanner Daniels, is waiting to punt. And West Columbus is going to take a quick timeout to talk about it. We're going to see a fake.
A fake punt?
Yeah.
No. Not this time.
So they called. Did they have all their guys out on the field?
Yeah, I think so.
So they're going to switch around, maybe switch out some personnel and go. So they're talking it over. St. Pauls is talking it over, and we will go from there. But if you've just joined us, a lot of offense on the first half.
Yeah.
And St. Paul's took the ball, and if that missed that last drive, they came out, they got a fumble and had about 55 yards and come out throwing the ball and was able with a 4th down and no time left. 4th and 10 was able to put it in the end zone to Gilchrist. And that's what. And then the 2-point conversion was good, making it 42 to 2. So 4th and 10, West Columbus has the ball. They're getting ready to punt to St. Paul. St. Paul's is set up with 2 men back on their own 30. Daniels is ready, calls for snap. Good snap, good high punt.
Good punt.
And that one's going to backtrack and takes a big bounce for West Columbus, and the ball will be downed by number 80.
About the 19.
By number 81. No, not 81. 41.
41, yeah.
So 41 on their own on the 18 of St. Paul's.
Mm-hmm.
All right, got another score update. South Columbus has a 41-0 lead over Whiteville at this time. Am I right on that? Isn't it Whiteville they're playing this weekend?
Who's that?
South Columbus.
South Columbus, 41-0.
41-0. So 42-0 East, 41-0 South, 42-2 here. So Banner's back in the guns, going to hand that one off to Sean Williams. Sean Williams going to go left, cut back right, and he's going to be brought down on the 26-yard line for a gain of 7. And did I see a flag, or was that just something flying?
Yeah, that's a flag.
Okay. All right, so we had a 7-yard game. We'll have to wait and see here. The officials are going to get together and discuss this one.
I really didn't see what happened on that.
I didn't either. I just thought I saw something thrown.
Yeah.
So there.
Probably a hole where that flag was thrown at. It's thrown by the line.
And that was going on west. I missed it, though.
Okay.
I didn't see what the call was, but we'll see how many yards they back up on. Well, wait a minute. Okay, hang on a minute. All right, so they're going from the original line and going to take it up 10 yards. Sorry, folks, missed the call. No, that was a personal foul.
Okay.
That's a 15-yarder.
All right.
But that's usually that must have been right off the snap, because that's usually from the spot of the foul. So it will be 1st down and 10. Ball's on the 34-yard line. St. Paul's has it with 9 minutes and 52 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's going to be a in-motion handoff to number 5, Livingston, and he's got room to run. And he gets pushed out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So that will be a gain of 10, I think.
Yeah. They've had a lot of success around that left end.
They have, too. And the ref is signaling for a 1st down, and it'll be 1st and 10, St. Paul's ball on the 44-yard line. They have a 42-2 lead over home team West Columbus with 9 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. Banner's up under center. They're going to run 5 in motion, and he's going to call, and he's not going to get away. Great defense by West Columbus on that one.
Yeah, that was great sack by number 84. Was that Underwood?
It was Underwood. Was that a blown play or was that a design play?
I think that was. It looks like that same play that he's been getting all those yards on.
So
the fake to the fullback inside.
Great adjustment then by West at halftime, because that play has hurt in the first half. And this time, the first time they've seen it, it resulted in a loss of 1. So we have 2nd down and 11. Ball's on the 43-yard line. And Banner's going to call his own, and up the middle he goes, cuts left, and breaks a tackle, and he's to the sideline and pushed out at West Columbus's 37-yard line. So, and I see a flag, and I see some tussling going on. I think that one's going to end in a 15-yarder. Let's wait and see, but I'm pretty sure we got a personal foul over there. So the officials come together on that one. Right now the ball is on the 41-yard line of West Columbus. St. Paul's has the ball, but we may see 15 more get added on to that one. I've not seen a signal yet.
No. They might offset it.
So, yeah, and there's a very good possibility that could be offsetting. So they're huddling in the middle, and they're going to discuss this one out. Could not see over there what happened, if somebody was late hit out of bounds or if it was just some shoving back and forth. So they've got one St. Paul's up in the huddle One West up in the huddle, and all 4 officials in the huddle.
Yeah, there's some deep discussion. It looks
That
like
is some deep discussion.
They're talking to both captains over there.
There might be some warning going on over there.
And that's what they're doing.
So Sean Williams and Harvey Lassane go back from that huddle and take that message back to the sideline. I think these referees might have. I didn't see and I think you're right. They haven't moved yet. Is it?
Okay. And sportsmanlike conduct on the offense and defense.
It is. It's offsetting, and they have been. I'm going to guess they've been warned.
Yeah.
So
the next time there will be an ejection.
Yeah, that's them telling them they've had enough.
And when you get ejected, you not only miss the rest of this game, but you miss another game.
Yeah, this isn't the time of year you want to be sitting there.
No, you don't.
So we got a first down and 10. The ball is on the 39-yard line of West Columbus. St. Pauls has it and the lead 42-2 with 8 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Let's see, there was still a discussion going on with the officials in West Columbus, but I think they have resolved that. Banner and Williams are both out at the back in the gun, and they're waiting to get set. We've got number 1 Gilchrist, number 5 Livingston, both split wide right, and we've got another man split wide left.
It looks like number 22. No,
I think it's
in the backfield.
I think it's 21 Katie Hill.
Okay.
So we will see. The referees have now started the clock. Banner gets his offensive line set. Him and Williams step back. Looks over, calls for the snap. The ball is high, and he's going to pass. He's looking to his right. Over the middle to number 5, Livingston. He's on his feet. 5-10. Touchdown. 39-yard pass. Banner to Livingston. And we are now 48-2 with 8 minutes and 37 seconds left here in the third quarter. St. Pauls with the lead over West Columbus here at Viking Stadium in Cerro, Gordo, North Carolina. And we await the 2-point conversion from Banner and more than likely Williams.
Yeah.
Because I do see Williams now. Well, I don't know, though. They do like to pass, too.
Yeah, they do.
And there goes Livingston and Gilchrist split wide right again, and Blue split wide left. But that one went to Williams, and I don't think he made it. He did not.
Didn't get that one.
2-point conversion, handoff to Williams, and it has failed. So with 8 minutes and even 42. No.
Yeah, 42-2.
No, they haven't put that 6 up yet. 48-2. St. Pauls is leading over West Columbus, and West Columbus will be waiting on the ball.
Yeah, I really don't think that St. Pauls is going to let up off the gas tonight. Because last week East Columbus scored 60 points on them, so I think they're going to have some makeup for that tonight, and I don't think the coaches are going to let up.
I believe you're right. When we saw under 2 minutes, I don't even think it was that, and they went on them pass plays and scored right at the end. I think you are 100% correct. So here comes the squib kick, and Livingston gets ready, and he puts a boot behind that kick too.
Yeah, he does.
So West is spread out and ready. Here it comes, and this one's going to kind of go to the that one's contained. And here we go. West is returning it, and they are going to get it back up to about the 30-yard line. So Chris Thompson on that one gets about 6 or 7. And he will start off on his own, or West will start off on their own 30 with 6 minutes and 42 seconds left here in the third quarter. St. Pauls is up 48-2 over home team West Columbus Vikings here at Viking Stadium in Cerro, Gordo, North Carolina.
And we did have a flag on that play.
I missed it. And did that go on West?
I missed it too. I only thing I saw was the flag flying.
We've had several penalties thrown in this game, and I see West Columbus kind of going back, and I think they're getting ready to count it off. So let's see what that one goes back.
Yeah, the refs aren't letting anything slide tonight.
No, and that one's going back 15. Well, now maybe not though. That one could because that would have been at the spot of the foul. So that one takes it all the way back to the 16-yard line of West Columbus, and that's where they're going to take over with 5 minutes and 53 seconds left here in the third quarter. St. Pauls has a 48-2 lead over West Columbus. Lassane's coming out. He's going to go up under center. I believe we're going to have the three-man backfield. Thompson and Bromell.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not see who was in the middle.
31.
That one was Taplin. All right, so Dawson has not been. Am I wrong on that? No, there's Dawson sitting there since his wrist, when he come off holding his wrist there.
Yeah.
So he has not been back in. Bromell was a little shaken, but he is still back in. So that's a good sign to see.
Yeah, it seems like when Bromell got a little shaken up, it looked like it was a jarred toe, because when it's cold outside and you just hit that toe slightly, it'll hurt.
So we got 2nd down and 8. Lassane up under center, 3-back set. He's going to drop back and pass. Looks over the middle. Good long pass, and that one's going off the fingertips of number 12, Tony Reese. So nice attempt by Lassane. They gave him some time through a good pass, but just a little bit past, just in and out of the reach of Tony Reese. It went off his fingertips, but he just wasn't able to hold on to that one. So we're going to be looking at 3rd and 8. Lassane has the play, goes up in the huddle. Here comes Tanner Daniels in, spreads the line. Tony Reese out. 3-back set with Thompson, Bromell, and Taplin. Lassane's going to throw again. Little quick roll. He's going to go left. He looks. He lost the ball. And I think he's able to get it. And we got a flag.
Late hit.
So, yeah, I think you're right on that one. Did they do helmet-to-helmet in high school?
I don't think they do. I'm really not sure.
Lassane, a little slow coming off, but I'm pretty sure you're right on the late, on the personal foul on St. Pauls. So that, is that an automatic first down?
Yeah. Let's see what
I don't know.
From.
We'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure that's enough yardage with the. Well, that'll cancel that sack out though.
Yeah.
So that should move the chains.
Yeah. It was a 15-yard penalty from the spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that'll move them. So West Columbus comes up with a personal foul on St. Pauls, and they will have a new set of downs on their own 26-yard line. And here comes Harvey Lassane in with the play. There's 2 minutes and 56 seconds left here in the third quarter. 48-2 is the score. St. Pauls over West Columbus, and here they come out in the split. We have Tanner Daniels coming toward us. Lassane will go back under center, and he will still have the 2-back set. And that one's going to sweep to Taplin as he's going to come to his right and be brought down on the 38-yard line of West Columbus.
Just got past the first down marker.
So good run there by Taplin, and he's going to move the chains. So with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left, scores 48-2. St. Pauls over West Columbus. West Columbus has just gotten a first down and has the ball on their own 37-yard line. As Lassane sends his men to the line, keeps 3 in the back, and we will wait to see. He looks over his defense. It's set, the ball snapped, and that was going to Thompson up the middle, and he will be brought down on the 44-yard line.
It looks like about 6-yard gain by Thompson.
So the running game is getting some juice here, and
yeah,
West Columbus is moving the ball in their direction, and
it does look like they got a little bit of juice, as you say.
Yeah, so they're coming back to life. So here comes Lassane. 3-back set. He looks over, gets ready, ball snapped. And that one's going to go to Bromell, and he's got a good hole. There he is at the 50 to the 45, and nice hit. He put a nice hit on number 32. So Jamal Leonard, he dropped that shoulder and So Bromell has taken the ball across midfield, and West Columbus is moving the chains as they start on on St. Paul's 43-yard line. So that running game it's getting in gear right now.
Yeah. That was a pretty nice hole they opened up for Bromell.
That was a nice hole. And Bromell come through there at full speed, too. He was ready. So Thompson, Taplin, and Bromell in the backfield. Lassane under center. They're set. The ball snapped. That one's going to Thompson. He's going right, and he's going to take the ball up to the 39-yard line of West Columbus, or of St. Pauls. So the running game looking good.
Yeah.
I think I see a flag, though.
And sportsmanlike on the defense.
We have seen several of them.
Yeah.
That is going to take it all the way down to the 25-yard line of St. Paul's. So West Columbus will start there with 24 seconds left in the third quarter. They've got and there's another flag.
I believe the referees had a meeting before the game, and they said, look, no junk talking.
And there's another flag.
Overthrowing the flag.
It is raining orange right now. Oh, my. I don't know if those two were on the same event or if they were two separate.
We'll see once they start walking the ball the opposite way.
I don't know. I've kind of lost. I gotta be honest. I've lost track of what's going on.
Okay.
All right. Well, that takes it to the
15.
No, it picked it back up.
Going again.
That was the first flag because there was two separate ones.
Wow.
All right. Let's reset ourselves here. The ball is now on the 6-yard line of St. Paul's. West Columbus has it. I think there was 3 flags thrown on that, 3 separate flags on. And St. Paul's are taking a timeout.
Oh, yeah. The coaches got to come and talk. Have a conference.
Yeah, that's. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Me neither. Were that 2 or 3 flags?
There was 3.
3.
There was the original. Well, no. I'm not sure how to answer that question. They were marking it off when they threw 2 more. So I'm not really sure if that was a flag and then a new set. I don't know. I've never seen that happen before. So I can tell you this for sure. West Columbus has the ball on the 7-yard line. And it is, wait a minute. Well, the clock is running. We may run out of time before this next one gets set in.
Yeah.
But West is on the 7. They got a new set of downs. I don't know if they're going to get a playoff before the clock expires or not. And the third quarter has come to an end. So at the end of the third quarter, West Columbus is down 48-2 to St. Paul's. When they start the fourth quarter, they will have first and goal on their own 7-yard line. And we will wait to see. I think there's a little confusion still on the field.
Yeah, because both coaches are talking to the rest.
Well, I guess the thing on that, have we gone to a running clock? Which my answer at first was no. But now I'm not sure because it has stopped.
At the when they just called this timeout, the ref just came to midfield and told the people on the other side of the booth to run the clock. So I guess they have.
Okay. All right. Well, I was curious on that because I think that's what caught West off guard. They were over here and the clock started and it ran. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see.
And also that quarter went by very fast.
Yeah. We'll just I'm not sure. All I can tell you for sure is West Columbus has the ball on their own, on St. Paul's 7, and it is 48-2 because we have seen so much action in this last 5 minutes. It's been amazing. All right, so Lassane under center, 3-back set. He's going to hand off to Thompson. Thompson bounces left.
Short. Touchdown.
The touchdown. All right.
Left line just touchdown.
So that will be a 6-yard touchdown run by Chris Thompson. And the score now is 48-8. St. Pauls has the lead over home team West Columbus. And I'm going to assume West is going to go for 2 here.
Yeah.
So here comes Harvey Lassane in with a play. And he comes Huddles as he sends them out. Got Tanner Daniels on the right side. We have a 3 backfield, Thompson, Bromell, and Taplin. And Lassane's going to take it. He's going to sweep it right. He's going to throw, and that one's going to be complete to Tanner Daniels in the back corner of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And with 11 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, St. Pauls holds on to a 48-10 lead over home team West Columbus.
And here we go.
All right, I have one final here. South Columbus 41, Whiteville 0. That one's in the record books.
Mm-hmm.
And when I get back, or I get another one, we will get East here in a little bit.
These are East and who?
I think it's East and Fairmont.
East and Fairmont.
And these scores are coming in thanks to our good friend Kelly Jones.
Mr. Jones.
And he's keeping us up to date on what's going on. And so even when he's off, he's on. So West Columbus will get ready to kick off here. Ball's on the 40-yard line, and they will kick off to St. Pauls. St. Pauls has 2 men deep on the 15-yard line, and Tanner Daniels will be.
Would you expect the onside now? Or you think they're playing it safe and just playing the clock out?
I'm kicking it away, but now
Yeah.
they might not be. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I'm gonna put this ball as deep as I can put it with 9 minutes and 51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. The score's 48-10. St. Paul's over West Columbus, and here comes Tanner Daniels, and he drives it back deep. Good deep kick. Ball's on the 10, and here comes St. Paul's Livingston with a return. He cuts it back and gets up to the 21-yard line for a 11, 12, about a 12-yard return. So good run back, good deep kick though. That ball caught some air and kept on going. So let's see if that
nice stroke of the foot.
See if defense can come back out and put a hold here and turn the ball back into the hands of the offense. So we will wait and see. Tanner Daniels is still in the gun. Sean Williams is still to his left. And that was going to be handed off to Sean Williams.
Straight up the middle.
Straight up the middle.
Ooh,
and
fumble. Oh, picked it back up.
He is going to be brought down on the 31-yard line. So that will move the chains.
Mm-hmm.
And we will start with the 1st and 10. 8 minutes and 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. St. Paul's has a 48-10 lead over home team West Columbus. Banner in the gun. The ball's handed back to Williams, and he's going to take it up the middle, and he will be tripped up and brought down on the 38-yard line. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 8. With 8 minutes and 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 48-10 is our score as St. Paul's leads West Columbus here in Viking Stadium. If you've just joined us, we have found out that South Columbus has shut out Whiteville, and East Columbus was up over Fairmont. Daniels calls his own number, and he takes it up to the 46-yard line of St. Paul's, and that will move the chains, and we will have 1st and 10.
And that's that same little bootleg up the middle. That play hasn't gone under 10 yards but one time, and that's when he got sacked.
And I still think there was some miscommunication on, because that one, it's a fast play, and that one wasn't. So, and maybe not, but we're going to drop back here, and here comes Gilchrist in motion, and Gilchrist takes it, sweeps right to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, still going to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, and down he comes after a big gain. So Gilchrist went in motion, took the handoff, and went for 27, 28 yards. So that'll bring up 1st and 10. St. Paul's has taken it back into West Columbus territory. Has the ball on the 25-yard line with 6 minutes and 51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Banner under center, or under shotgun, hand off to Williams. He's going to take it right up the middle, and he will be brought down
about 5 yards carry on that one.
On the 16-yard line of West Columbus. So we're looking at 2nd down and 5.
Mm-hmm. Well, this has been a rather quick game tonight. I mean,
it has been.
It's been a lot of motion on both sides, so it's been a lot to watch.
It has, yeah. The offense has been fast-paced, and here we see Banderson and Gilchrist in motion. That one will be faked, given to Williams. Williams takes it to the middle, and he will be brought down right on the 10-yard line. So we will have 1st and goal on the 10.
Mm-hmm.
With 5 minutes and 51 seconds left here in the 4th quarter, St. Pauls has a 48-10 lead over the home team Vikings.
So, Rod, what do you think about the performance of these two teams tonight?
I've been very impressed with and there was a handoff real quick to Williams. He lost his footing and got tripped up at the line. I've been really impressed with the speed of the St. Paul's offense.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. You know, you take these high school defense, and West Columbus has had to face East Columbus, Red Springs. I think let me backtrack. I don't think West has faced Red Springs yet, but they faced South Columbus and these option offenses.
Mm-hmm.
They will wear your defense down fast. And Banner's going to be back in the gun. Takes it, hands off to number 22, Williams, off 1 tackle, off 2 tackles, on his feet, and touchdown. So a 10-yard touchdown run by Williams as he takes the score to 54-10, St. Paul's over the home team Vikings with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Yeah, I've been real impressed with and it, I guess still is the arm of Banner.
Yeah.
I mean, we have seen a couple monster throws. So,
I've been real impressed with West Columbus's character tonight. They're down 54-10, and I don't see a head drop yet.
No, and you're definitely right there. 34, Damon McMillan will run in the 2 points, and we're looking at 56-10 right now. West Columbus over Vikings with 4 minutes and 4 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And that's a very good point. West Columbus got down early and has played, they played hard. They have, if you watch the offense play right now and you couldn't see the score, you would think we were still within a 1-score game.
Mm-hmm.
And that says a lot about their team. And they're not quitting. They're playing, and
it's real easy to get down, especially it's homecoming night.
Mm-hmm.
It's real easy to get down, but these guys are like they're just out there just to have fun, and that's what it's all about.
So they, next week's a noon week.
Yep.
New opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Get to come back here to your home crowd and play one more, and they've definitely kept their heads up and played through, and they have faced. I mean, it's not hard to figure out why this Red Springs team was coming in here at 6-3. Just got an explosive offense, and you just, it is what it is. And there's the squib kick by number 5, and that one will be picked up on the 30. And that was going to be cut back left and up the middle and brought down on the 40-yard line by Tariq Livingston. I think that was Livingston.
Number 22?
No, I'm sorry, that was Thompson.
Chris Thompson.
So West Columbus will take back over on offense.
And we'll be back here next week as well.
We will be. We will wrap out our regular season broadcast here at Viking Stadium, and we will wait to see where we may end up at week 1 of the playoffs. So there is a chance we could be over at Gator Stadium. They may have a home game there. I guess there's a chance we could be at South Columbus.
South too,
So we will wait and see on that one. But here comes Harvey Lassane back up under center, 3-back set. That one's going to be handed off to Thompson. He's going to be spun at the line.
Fumble. Picked up by number 51.
And the ball is out.
Larry Locklear.
We have not said 51 for the last little bit, but he has had a big game
yes,
tonight.
Yes, he has.
He sure has. Was that ball down, though, when it came out?
I don't know. They might have marked it down. It looks like they did because I see Harvey going back.
I'm not seeing the chains move.
No.
So that one's going to be – that one's going to go down for a loss.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at 2nd down and 15. West will hold on to possession. I think he was down when that ball came out. So Lassane under center, 3-back set. And he's going to take it. I thought he was going to pitch it, but no, he's going to take it up the middle. And what a hard hit from behind he
hit
just
hard by 89. Jonell Arnett. Hey, cheerleaders throwing footballs.
I thought we were going to get one there, Yates, but that one fell short. Man, always forgetting the announcers.
I'm telling you.
So 2nd down was a gain of 1, and we will be looking at 3rd down and 15. West Columbus has the ball on their own 35-yard line. We have 40 seconds left here in the – that cheerleader's got an arm.
Yeah, she does.
That ball took off. This probably will be the final play of the drive. 3-back set. Lassane takes the snap, hands off the middle. And that one, 5-yard gain by Taplin. With 20 seconds left, we'll see if West gets off another snap, but I believe that'll be it. Here they come off the field. So with 10 seconds remaining, we're going down 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That'll do it here from Viking Stadium. West Columbus drops the homecoming game.
Mm-hmm.
Good effort, but just a little comes up a little short there.
Yeah.
St.Pauls 56, West Columbus 10. West has still one game left here in the regular season. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's Red Springs.
Red Springs, exactly.
Because I don't think they've played them yet. And we saw Red Springs play against East. Once again, they're going to be facing an option team who can pass and run. So the teams meet at midfield, and they shake hands as this one goes down in the record book. So West Columbus will come in next week with a record of 4-6. St. Pauls will go next week with a record of 7-3. Not sure who they will be playing. I know East plays South Robinson. If West plays Red Springs, then that must mean St. Pauls will be playing Fairmont, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I don't have that one looked up, so I may be wrong on that one.
And one team might have a bye tomorrow if they haven't already had their bye this season.
Yeah, so we have wrapped up here at Viking Stadium. The fans are starting to pack it up. Still happy because it's homecoming, and I think we've probably seen a lot of people out here tonight that has graduated.
Yeah.
We have Miss Axelberg in the booth with I think she's probably going to take off and start running here in a minute. So would you like to be on the air, Miss Axelberg? Would you like to be on the air? All right. Well, while we're here, we're going to put Miss Axelberg on and let you wrap this game up. She can tell you about graduating from West and about culinary at CCCA. I'm going to let Mr. Yates ask her some questions. Here we go.
Hey, Ms. Axelberg, how are you?
I am fine. How are you, Mr. Yates?
I'm all right. All right, let's get to this first and final, last one question from you.
Yes.
Your program at CCCA.
Yes.
What makes it the best program at CCCA? Why is it the best program at CCCA?
Oh, because we have all kinds of fun in culinary arts.
Mm-hmm.
The kids have been cooking up a storm. We're getting ready to have some children compete at the Yam Festival, and we are super excited about the recipes that they've come up with. So we're psyched and ready to go and looking forward to all kinds of competitions and them learning all sorts of new skills and techniques, and it's just a real exciting time right now at CCCA.
Yeah, and I enjoy sampling whatever you guys have.
Oh, we love to keep the teachers happy.
The cookies, the pasta, the ice cream you made. I don't want to let out what kind of ice cream she made because it's a surprise.
Absolutely. Don't tell everything you know, Mr. Yates.
And it was great. So Oh, yeah. It's a surprise for the Yam Festival, by the way. So, and they will be competing at the Yam Festival. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, they will be competing at the Yam Festival for will it be a competition?
It will be.
Okay.
It will be in the youth. So they're excited about it.
Yeah, we'll look forward to that. Well, Miss Axelberg, thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. And that was Miss Axelberg, everybody. She is our culinary and foods teacher. And she really knows what she's doing up behind the pots, I tell you. What you think, Rod?
Yeah, that has been the best part of my job this year has been sampling Ms. Axelberg's class's food. So I'm pumped about that, and I can't wait for the Yam Festival. Our kids are going to compete there. Some of her kids are in our Skills USA, so they're going to get a chance to do some competition there next week at the Yam. They're going to turn their entry in next Friday morning. So excited about that, and that's been – we kind of got the ball rolling last year, but this year we're in full swing with Intro to Culinary and Foods and Nutrition, and it's really been it's been great. So we would love to thank and want to thank everybody for joining us, whether this was your first broadcast with us or you've been with us all season. 89.9 FM WZCO. If you've been on the internet, we thank you there. I know locally, Columbus County, Robinson County, and maybe you've caught this, somewhere else somewhere in the state of North Carolina through Play on Sports, through the Association for the Athletes. But it has been a blast, honestly, doing this, and look forward to even when football's over. We've got basketball, we've got baseball, and we're going to learn a lot of new things. And I mean, I've learned a bunch.
Yeah.
For anybody that knows me, I'm very technology illiterate, but I mean, I've learned how to set some stuff up and do some things. And they say there's hope for me yet, so we'll see.
A lot to learn.
But we are going to wrap this one up here at Viking Stadium with the final score tonight was 56-10. St.Pauls over West Columbus. We will be back here next Friday night. We will be broadcasting live at 7:20, and we hope you join us next week. Kelly Jones will be back with us, and we will have some of the same students and hopefully some new.
Yep.
I'm Rod Likens. This is Aaron Yates.
Yes.
And as all of CCCA, we wish you a good evening and a good weekend.
And good weekend.
Thank you.